3-minute stations, 3 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come at 2 minutes until airtime. One last time, stations, please be advised that should you need any assistance before or during this broadcast, call the Bulldog Affiliate Helpline at area code 336-831-0861. If you experience any satellite issues, please call area code 336-831-0851. Your next time cue will be with 2 minutes until airtime. Mark, 2-minute stations, 2 minutes until this broadcast on the Bulldog Radio Network from IMG. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime.
One-minute stations, 1 minute until airtime. Your next time cue will be with 30 seconds until airtime. Studios, when you hear, please start your archive recording. Stations, you're coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. On my mark, 30 seconds until airtime. And there it is, so please start your archive recording. Mark, 30-second stations. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Stations, please be advised that you must disable your streaming to websites and apps during this IMG broadcast. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime, Mark, 15-second stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This is where the Dogs play.
Shakes and bakes, drives, high kiss off the glass, blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed, pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop, oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Now to Courtside along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. It is day 2 of the Cayman Islands Classic here on Grand Cayman Island, and Georgia has advanced to the winner's bracket after defeating Illinois State in the Dogs opener on Monday, 80-68. So Georgia will face the 16th-ranked Clemson Tigers in the semifinal round this afternoon after the Tigers held off Akron 72-69 in their opener on Monday. The winner of the Georgia-Clemson matchup will advance to the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time. This will be the 82nd time for the Dogs and the Tigers to battle on the hardwood and the 7th time at a neutral site. Our courtside countdown show from the Cayman Islands Classic is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. We'll return to the Cayman Islands Classic right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody knows that peanuts are the state crop of Georgia. But did you know that Georgia farmers contribute nearly $75 billion to the state's economy each year? That's not peanuts. Those billions are why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers. By promoting agriculture and offering access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. Peanuts.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. You can now get at least 20% off at holidayinexpress.com during our annual sale early access. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
We are back here at the John Gray Gymnasium, the John Gray Prep School Academy here on Grand Cayman Island. Day number 2 of the Cayman Islands Classic. Georgia and Clemson is our matchup here this afternoon, along with Chuck Dowdle and our producer-engineer Tony Schiavone here on site. Scott Howard with you once again. Cabell Philpott is our network studio host in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And Chuck, a really good performance by Georgia yesterday, especially in that first half. And they're going to need a better one today to beat the good Clemson team.
Yeah, we're stepping up in class, aren't we, huh? 16th ranked Clemson, undefeated at 4-0. Georgia sitting at 3-1, but having won a couple straight. And what you're seeing, Scott, I think is the maturity not only of this Georgia basketball team, but I think what you're starting to see is them buying in to the Tom Crean system. And what that means is they're trying to learn to move fast, get shots off quickly, but at the same time not turn the ball over. And they're making progress in that area. I think we had 15 yesterday, but only 2 to within a couple of minutes of the first half. So they're starting to get the hang of what Coach Crean is looking for, and it's paying dividends on the scoreboard. Yesterday, obviously a very nice win over Illinois State, one where Georgia, once they opened up that big lead, they were never seriously threatened. The game never got within single digits.
Now, with Clemson today, there have been a lot of games played in this series. Georgia leads the all-time series 56-25. That's a bit of a misnomer because the last 10 meetings spread out over the last 20 years or so. It's 5-5. This Clemson team, much improved. They're ranked number 16 in the latest polls. They're 4-0 coming in. Georgia with a record of 3-1. So this will be this would be a terrific win for the resume when the NCAA tournament people start looking at these things over the course of the year. They do look at these November games, and this one would be a good one if Georgia could get it today.
There's no question. I mean, I've seen teams miss the tournament, the big dance based on November games. Yeah, you got to understand, once you get out of that exhibition season and start counting, they're counting. That means they count. They look at these, when you forget about them, but you can't. You got to remember them right now, and you got to understand that they will count when that committee meets in March to decide who's in and who's out.
Clemson's guards are very good. That'll be a challenge for Georgia today. We'll hear from Coach Tom Crean about that very thing coming up in just a little bit here as we continue with the Courtside Show, brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Well, Illinois State defeated Akron in game number 1 today here on day 2, 73-68 the final moments ago. So Akron down in the consolation bracket. They'll play at 11 o'clock tomorrow against the loser of St. Bonaventure and Boise State. That's later this afternoon. On the winner's side, it's the Dogs and the Tigers now. And then tonight, Georgia State and Creighton. So the winners from those two games here this afternoon will play tomorrow night in the championship game at 7:30. The losers will play a 5 o'clock game tomorrow for the third and fourth place honors. Georgia and Clemson are coming up from the Cayman Islands Classic, and so is Cabell Philpott. He's next from our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for a meal to remember, because Kroger is here to help you save on an amazing spread for your Thanksgiving feast. Enjoy low prices on the perfect turkey or ham, delicious produce that's always fresh, plus delightful desserts from the bakery, and save on everything you need to celebrate the season deliciously. That's how you holiday.
Kroger brand frozen turkeys are 59 cents a pound. Limit 2 with additional $25 purchase. And sweet potatoes are 39 cents a pound with card. Now at Kroger.
Anyone can deliver a box of groceries, but when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with store pickup, delivery, and now you can have your order shipped right to your door. So now it's easier than ever to check out while you're chilling when you shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know, growing up in a coffee family is no different than growing up in any other family, except that we all kind of share one affinity, and that's for a great tasting cup of coffee.
Matt Siraj, 4th generation owner, Community Coffee.
I believe people can taste the difference family makes. It's a fullness in the mouth. It's a flavor impression that follows all the way through till 30 seconds after that sip of coffee. It's that rich, smooth flavor that you find in Community Coffee.
Our family story continues at communitycoffee.com.
Welcome back to the Blue Emu pregame games.
Oh, come on, you just blew a 10-point lead, Jerry. I'm not about to lose to these young kids in a simple game of beanbags and wooden boards.
I know, Coach. My shoulder's killing me.
So you're telling me you've been playing hurt? Here, take this. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. And now maybe we won't lose. But no thanks to you, Jerry.
Blue Emu, available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other national retailers.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Cabell Philpott.
Day 2 of the Cayman Islands Classic down in Grand Cayman, Georgetown to be exact, as Georgia advancing into the winners bracket yesterday over Illinois State, 80-68. Clemson the same, 72-69, beating Akron. So Georgia facing down the 16th-ranked Clemson Tigers just past 1:30 this afternoon. As we take a look at the other SEC teams in action, Ole Miss today, Emerald Coast Classic campus game, the Pavilion at Ole Miss today against Nichols at 7 o'clock, an 8 o'clock tip out in Maui. 8th-ranked Auburn will get its shot at number 1 and undefeated Duke at the Maui Gym Invitational. The winner of that game moving on to the championship game tomorrow. Also, Texas A&M facing off against Washington, TCL Vancouver Showcase in the Vancouver Convention Center in Vancouver, British Columbia, 11:30 p.m. Eastern tip between the Aggies and the Huskies. Other top 25 action, we told you about Duke getting together with Auburn on the other side of that semifinal bracket. The late night game in Maui, 3rd-ranked Gonzaga facing off against Arizona. Both of those teams 4-0, as are Duke and Auburn. So a couple of losses coming to some undefeateds in the Maui Invitational. Elsewhere, to number 23 Ohio State facing off against Sanford at 7 o'clock tonight in Columbus, that part of the Buckeye Classic. 18th-ranked TCU plays host to Lipscomb in Fort Worth, as Jamie Dixon has his Horned Frogs rolling at 3-0 on the season. And again, an 8 o'clock tip from Fort Worth. And finally tonight, a campus game in the 2K Empire Classic. Number 21 Oregon hosting Green Bay at the Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene at 10 o'clock. Our game this afternoon, 16th-ranked Clemson taking on your Georgia Bulldogs down at John Gray Gymnasium in the Cayman Islands. When we return, we'll get the thoughts of the 16th-ranked Tigers from head coach Tom Crean right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia, worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Blue Emu Lidocaine Cream and Maximum Arthritis Cream, both deep penetrating and odor-free. Beat the pain 2 ways and live life. Blue Emu, it works fast and you won't stink. Available at nationwide retailers.
Progressive presents Get Pumped. Inspiration to help you do insurance stuff.
Hey, get your head in the game. This ain't no exhibition match. This is for real. You've got a house to insure, and there are no excuses because Progressive's Home Quote Explorer makes it easier than ever to get the coverage you need. Here's some music to get you pumped. Dum chugga 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 meow meow meow. Dum chugga chugga chugga. Feel that confidence? Dum chugga chugga chugga. Did I say stop saving money? No. Dum chugga 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 meow meow meow.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Holiday Inn Express wants to let you in on a little secret. You can now get at least 20% off at holidayinexpress.com during our annual sale early access. We'll even throw in free breakfast. Just kidding. Breakfast is always included in your stay at Holiday Inn Express. Book now and save at holidayinexpress.com. Terms apply.
You're listening to Georgia Basketball. Now, time for your all-access trip inside the Dogs' locker room and a visit with UGA head coach Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to the Cayman Islands Classic, Day 2 for the Georgia Bulldogs as the Dogs get set to take on the Clemson Tigers here in the semifinal round. Tom Crean is with us, and this interview with Georgia's head coach is brought to you by UPS, working together to achieve great things like the Bulldogs. That's problem solving. Visit ups.com to learn more. Official logistics partner of Georgia Athletics. Coach, congratulations on that win yesterday. Your wrap-up thoughts on that one before we move on to Clemson.
I loved how we attacked right from the beginning. I loved our approach. We got right after it. Never hurts to start with a 7-point play in one possession, but we'll take it any way we can get it. But the mindset was good the whole way. And we started a lineup that had been pretty low in turnovers, and it got us started the right way and allowed us to go to the bench more and have a protected lead. And I like the way the guys played throughout the entire game.
Do you want to go with that same lineup today? You told us yesterday you're not hung up on lineups at all. So how do you go today?
I will today. But, again, I'm not – and the players have a hard time understanding this too. Just because you're not in the starting lineup doesn't mean I don't see you as a starter. But just because you're in the starting lineup doesn't mean I see you as a full-time starter, right? I mean, we want to get to the point where we have 7, 8, 9 starters potentially, guys that can play at any given point. And some of it becomes, do we want to match up with them or do we want them to match up with us? Some of it depends on where we think the pressure is, from the other team. We're not great yet dealing with pressure. We've got to get better with that. And as we get better with that, it allows us to play more people and play more freely that way. But right now, we'll go with that lineup, but it could change at any point.
How did you feel about the performance of Ty Fagan, one of your freshmen, yesterday?
Oh, for getting a start like that and to be able to play against really good quick guards and deliver the ball the way that he did and just play, he's going to be an excellent guard. We want him to just play right now, read situations. I mean, he's such a winner, and he makes plays for others. He can make plays for himself. He was more he beat himself up over the turnovers, And, one of the things he said, we're walking out of the meeting room this morning, he says, I owe you one, Coach. I said, why? What happened? He says, those turnovers. He says, I owe you one, right? Well, in that case, you owe me about 3, right? So, but I love the way he approaches things and the way he attacks.
That's a great attitude. Tell us about Clemson today.
Very experienced. Obviously ranked for a reason. They can shoot it. They can score inside. They're deep. They're consistent. They're very, very strong system that Brad has, and the way that they get a lot of movement offensively. They know where everybody's supposed to be. I mean, that's that. They've got a few young guys, but when you've got a group of guys like that have been together and know what they want on both ends of the floor, it really, really is an advantage for them. We've got to move them around. We can't settle. We've got to see what they're going to try to take away from us and counter quickly. And we got to have really good bench play too. And because they're a bigger group of guards, but a lot of movement. And now, as I told these guys, now we're not only a team that's getting ready to play a game with a game plan, we're game planning for certain things inside of the game. That's the next thing we've got to really take steps towards. And those are the things we're going to try to do in this game.
Are all of the Bulldogs okay? I know Turtle took that hit yesterday on the Claxton dunk, but is everybody okay today?
Still there, so I think he's okay.
Coach, thanks very much. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach Tom Crean. We'll talk to him after the game. Georgia and Clemson are coming up, and so are the starting lineups right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visits.
This is where the Dogs play.
Shakes the big drive. Mike is on the glass. Blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed stuff. Reverse three and good. He faked the foul. Inside. No look. Finish it. Pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop. Oh, yeah!
Today's coverage of Dogs basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Georgia Bulldogs. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE FARM. Now, to courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to the Cayman Island Classic, getting ready for game number 2 today, the 6th game of this event. as the Georgia Bulldogs and the Clemson Tigers will meet for the first time in a couple of years. The last time these two teams played was the season opener 2 years ago in the newly renovated Little John Coliseum. Clemson was a winner in that ball game over Georgia by 10, 74-64. But brand new teams, new coach for Georgia, and certainly a new location for this one as they will meet for the 7th time on a neutral site in this series. And there have been a lot of games in this series, and this will be the 82nd meeting between the two teams. We're standing by for our starting lineups today. They have not been announced or issued. We can tell you that Coach Crean told us that he'll likely go with the same lineup he went with yesterday, which would be Ty Fagan and Turtle Jackson at guard, and then Rayshawn Hammonds, Nicholas Claxton, and Derek Ogbede across the front line. And Chuck, Hammonds and Claxton had outstanding games yesterday for Georgia that went over Illinois State.
They did, and by the way, that's the lineup that Coach Crean considers his big lineup. When you've got Hammonds, Claxton, and Ogbede across that back line, that's as big as it gets for the Dogs, and so that's his big lineup. Ty Fagan is a young man, the true freshman, really catching the coach's attention. I'm talking about all of the coaches with his play, heads up. He's a smart basketball player. He's got what we call a high basketball IQ. Knows what the coaches are looking for. You don't have to tell him things repeatedly. He picks things up, and he plays well. So if he'll kind of cut down on those turnovers, as he told Coach Crean, he owed him one, and Coach Crean said we owed him several, and he does. But he'll get the hang of that. This is a learning experience as a true freshman. But Ty Fagan, one of the great players in Upson County history, and so look, he's going to be a good one here.
Well, he got his first start yesterday, and 36 minutes in your first start. That's pretty impressive. He finished with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and the 5 turnovers to 1 assist that we were talking about. But that will improve. We saw flashes of Ty Fagan's talent yesterday.
8 points and 5 rebounds. That's a good effort. I mean,
from a point guard, 5 rebounds. That's outstanding.
No doubt about it. As a true freshman, getting his first start, I think that's a very nice accounting of yourself.
All right, now the starting lineups have been given to us, and we see that it will be Turtle and Fagan at guards, Hammond, Claxton, and Ogbede across the front line for Georgia. And the starting 5 for Clemson will feature their very talented guards, Marquise Reed and Shelton Mitchell, both transfers, fifth-year seniors. Reed is a 6'3", fifth-year transfer from Landover, Maryland, played at Robert Morris prior to Clemson. Shelton Mitchell, familiar with Georgia through his connections in the SEC. He's a transfer from Vanderbilt. He's from Waxhaw, North Carolina, 6'3", fifth-year senior guard. Their other starters are Elijah Thomas, a 6'9", transfer from Texas A&M, and David Skara, who is a 6'8", fifth-year senior transfer from Valparaiso. He's a Croatian. And then you've got Amir Sims, a 6'7", sophomore forward, and he's from Palmyra, Virginia. He's the only guy in the starting 5 that is not a transfer for Brad Brunell and the Clemson Tigers. So those are your starting lineups for today's matchup, number 16 Clemson and number 4 Georgia. As we get ready for this one here in the Cayman Islands Classic, the winner to the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. Right now we'll take a timeout, and we'll come back with our keys to the game and our opening tip for the Bulldogs and the Tigers here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody knows that peanuts are the state crop of Georgia. But did you know that Georgia farmers contribute nearly $75 billion to the state's economy each year? That's not peanuts. Those billions are why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers by promoting agriculture and offering access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. Peanuts.
Hear whatever you love, wherever you love to listen. For a limited time, SiriusXM is available free through November 26th. Listen free on your inactive satellite radio, online, and on the SiriusXM app. Hear college sports coverage on SiriusXM SEC Radio, plus commercial-free music in addition to comedy, talk, news, and more anywhere you go. Don't miss out. Listen in the car, on the go, and bring us home for free now through November 26th. Some older Sirius satellite radios may not be capable of receiving the free listening channels.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
All right, we're almost set for tip. Georgia and Clemson as the players come off the floor and go back to their bench, and handshakes all around. Our officials today will be Pat Adams, John Higgins, and Ron Groover. Now, Pat was one of our officials at the game in Temple up in Philadelphia, and Ron Groover officiated the game yesterday for the Bulldogs. But more on that in a moment. So right now it's time for our keys to the game, presented by Ford. Elevate your game with a new Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. All right, Chuck, give us our keys to the game.
All right, here we go. First off, Scott, we need to keep our momentum. Definitely need to keep that. Look for cuts in the lane today. Clemson likes to play a shell offense. So if we keep our heads up, watch for the open space in the lane. There should be plenty of that. Make those quick cuts and get the passes. We ought to be able to do some damage there. Keep in mind now, defensively, Clemson likes to, their offense, our defense, Clemson likes to play a rhythm offense. They like to do everything in rhythm. We need to disrupt that rhythm today with our defense, keep our hands active on the ball at all times, and then keep our free throw advantage. How about this? Through 4 games, Scott, we've made a total of 85 free throws. Our opponents in 4 games have taken, not made, a total of 47 free throws. So we've made 85 while our opponents have only taken 47. So keep our free throw advantage. And finally, we need to use that 7-point possession play again.
Yeah, I like that.
That worked really well yesterday. And that had Illinois State buried there in about the first 3 minutes of the game with 1 possession, resulting in 7 points on the scoreboard for Georgia. That was excellent yesterday. I say we re-employ it today.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much. Your note about the free throws, Clemson is one of those teams, too, that relies on getting to the line frequently, and they have dominated their opposition in getting to the free throw line as well. So this could be a really, really physical game today, and both teams battling and being aggressive and working a lot in the paint area.
One of the matchups you want to watch is Ogbetti against Thomas. You know, they're about identical in size. Thomas at 6'9", 245, and Derek is about 6'8.5", maybe even 6'9", and about that same weight, maybe just a Big Mac or 2 bigger.
You better say Whopper here on the island.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they're everywhere.
Burger Kings are all over the place. All right, today's tip-off is brought to you by Northside Hospital Atlanta. And Clemson will be in hideous orange as they take the floor. The Dogs are going to be in their home white uniforms. And it's Fagan and Turtle Jackson, Ogbede, Hammonds, and Claxton. And for Clemson, it'll be Elijah Thomas in the center circle to jump against Claxton, 6'9" against 6'11". And then David Scara, Shelton Mitchell, Marquise Reed, and Amir Sims. John Higgins with the ball in his hand. There's the toss and the tip. Tap is won by Clemson as Thomas gets a fingertip on it to tap it to a teammate. We're underway. Clemson will have the ball, again in orange, all in orange. And we'll be working from left to right as we watch it from adjacent to our broadcast seat next to the Georgia bench. Cayman Islands Classic John Gray Gymnasium. Mitchell, 3-pointer right corner for Clemson is good, and that's the way this one starts. Shelton Mitchell, the transfer from Vanderbilt, puts the Tigers on the board first with a 3-0 lead.
Come on, Derek!
Dogs ball on the left end of the floor here in the gym. Fagan slowly dribbles, backs away from the defense. Their defense not extended past the three-point line. Fagan with the ball, bounce pass inside. Mishandled by Ogbede. Ball is loose on the floor. Skara sitting on the seat of his pants, covers up the ball, passes it out on a low bounce to Mitchell. Mitchell left to right, down the lane, layup, reverse, won't go, rolls over the iron, rebound Claxton. Nicholas lobs it up ahead to Hammonds on the right wing in front court. They go to Ogbede down on the right block. He puts it on the floor, baseline spin, throws up a wild jump hook, no good, rebound.
Too far away.
Yeah, indeed. Pulled down by Sims for Clemson. Long pass down the floor. They attack inside with Thomas. He scores on a layup, and then he flexes on the baseline.
Well,
and
Derek,
a foul on the play as well.
Derek, because he took that shot off the baseline and out of position on the offensive end, which did not go. He was late getting back on defense, tried to get underneath on his man, Thomas. We mentioned that'd be a big matchup between those two huge guys, and just got to him late. He laid it in, and Derek fouled him.
Thomas, free throw for a three-point play at the line. Free throw in the air, short, front iron, no good. Rebound, Ogbede. So 5-0 Tigers. 18:35 on the clock, just underway here in half number one of game number 2 here in the Cayman Islands Classic. Fagan, overhead pass into the corner, wide open is Hammonds. Oh, he missed the three. He had nobody within 10 feet of him. Rayshawn just couldn't drop it. Wide open three. Clemson with the rebound. They attack on the other end. Bank shot left of the lane, won't go off the rim. That's Marquise Reed with the miss. The Dogs get the rebound and work with Hammonds in the front court left. Down to the baseline, trying to back his man down. Dribbles into a double team, turns and shoots. They may have partially tipped it. It never got to the rim. Clemson takes it away. They bring it up into the front court right. Reed across the double screen, going to set for a three. Long three, won't go. Tap in by Skara, won't go either. Dogs get the rebound with Hammonds.
They didn't block Skara off the boards. They were lucky he didn't tap it in. He got a good running look at it.
Dogs looking for their first points of the afternoon. It's 5-0 Tigers. Ogbede has it. Right elbow across left wing to Claxton. Going to spin into the lane, shoot with the left hand, knock down the two in the paint. Claxton with our first points of the afternoon, and it's 5-2. Clemson with the lead and the ball. Skara attacks on a dribble drive, right hand. Blocked by Claxton on the drive to lay it up from the right side. Loose ball goes over to Hammonds. Dogs run it up the other way to our left. Fagan has it on the right wing for the Dogs. 5-2 Tigers. Jackson with the pass into the corner to Claxton. Dribbles it hard out of the corner. Going to shoot again. Missed a two, a long two. Rebound taken by Elijah Thomas, the 6'9 forward for the Clemson Tigers.
And right now the Dogs just not getting anything on the offensive glass.
Not getting well, they've had some good looks. They're just not dropping shots either. They go into Thomas. He works against Ogbede. Kicks it out right corner three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Hammonds. Over the back, foul on Skara.
Well, Rashawn did a great job that time. He had position, had that rear end right up in Skara's stomach, and he had no choice. He was going to try to get that rebound, but go over the top of him.
Well, I thought they called the foul on Skara. They didn't. Apparently, they just said out of bounds on Clemson was the call. No foul. But it looked to me from this angle that Skara went through Hammonds over his back to get it.
And the way Pat Adams blew the whistle and signaled it, it looked also like that's what he was calling.
Tyshawn Hightower into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Jackson, Hightower, Fagan, Ogbede, and Claxton. Our five on the floor. Rayshawn Hammonds comes out. 5-2 Tigers. Feed it into Ogbede on a bounce. Left low block. Turn and shoot. Air ball. Saved over the end line by the Tigers.
Derek has taken some really ill-advised shots here. They don't even look good.
Looks like he's rushing it a lot. He's coming out of that spin move on the turn and shoot. And he's not really even getting a good look at the basket. Here's Thomas going to tuck it and drive through the lane from right to left and lay it up from the left side. Good. Elijah Thomas, nice move by the Texas A&M transfer, 6'9 and 245. He got that body in motion to give the Tigers a 7-2 lead. 15:50 on the clock, first half. Winner to the championship game tomorrow night against either Georgia State or Creighton. Long way to go here. We're early in the first half. Hightower with a bounce feed into Ogbede. He's mugged as he tries to lay it up off the window. And the foul is called on the Tigers. That's going to be on Amir Sims for the push, and that'll take us into a timeout and put Ogbede on the line when we come back. Early on, our score, Clemson 7, Georgia 2 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dedication, attention to detail, and going above and beyond. Your Bulldogs count on these qualities to get their game plan right. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans also counts on them to get your mortgage right. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, we protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's just one of the reasons we're America's largest mortgage lender. Proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Based on Quicken Loans data in comparison to public data records. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 Brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Seven to 2, Clemson with an early lead on Georgia with 15:35 to go here in the first half. On the court, it's the job of the defense to protect the rim. On the road, it's the job of the 2019 Nissan Rogue to help protect you with its available advanced safety technologies. Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Derek Ogbede, when we come out of the timeout huddle, will be at the foul line for the Dogs. Amir Sims, 6'7" forward for Clemson, committing the foul as the Dogs are off to a bit of a slow start, at least through the first 4.5 minutes or so, Chuck. 7-2 is our score.
Clearly trying to go down inside to Derek. The only basket we've gotten was the turnaround jumper from Claxton in the lane. But you can see where some outside shots are available to the Dogs if they feel so inclined.
Amanze Ngumeze will check in after the free throws, if he's able to do so. Derek Ogbede at the free throw line for 2 shots. And it's Hightower and Jackson and Claxton. And who's our other? Fagan. And the first free throw by Derek is no good. Ogbede, 11 of 15 now on the year. Came into today shooting 78%. Drastic improvement over his previous seasons at the foul line. Left-handed shooter. Originally from Lagos, Nigeria. More recently from Atlanta. He leaves the ball game and Ngumeze comes in as Derek makes 1 out of 2 at the foul line. 7-3 is our score. Tigers with the lead and the ball. 15.5 minutes to play, opening half. Here in the Cayman Islands Classic. Marquise Reed dribbles against Hightower. Short bounce pass to Thomas. Down low against Ngumeze. Jump hook good by the big guy.
Well, that's schooling a freshman right there. That's serious experience. He knew exactly what he wanted to do over the young freshman and went right at him.
Thomas, a senior transfer, 6'9", 245. Previously played at Texas A&M. Ngumeze, open 3, left corner. No good. Side iron, and it skims over the top of the rim. Clemson with a rebound. Tried to get a run out. And ball touched out by the Tigers. Thomas trying to draw a foul, but Ron Groover didn't buy it. Dogs will inbound and bring it up the length of the floor. Tyree Crump will check into the ball game for Turtle Jackson. 9-3. Tigers by 6. Dogs ball. Fagan into the front court. Fagan and Crump are the guards along with Hightower, and then Claxton and Ngumeze. That's our 5 on the floor. We're down 6 with the ball, front court left. 16 to shoot. Crump going to drive on the baseline right. Kick out Fagan for a three, left wing. Good! Ty Fagan with the first three of the ball game. That's brought to you by Scana Energy.
That shot, that three has been there for the Dogs. They've just chosen not to take it up to this point. They've been working it down inside. Now they've got Crump in the game. Fagan just hit one. Let's see if they start to take that outside jumper.
Second three of the season for the freshman, Ty Fagan. Clemson with the ball, 9-6, they lead. Tigers kick out to Reed, top of the key. Swing it right side for a three by, that was Clyde Trapp, 6'4" sophomore guard from Eastover, South Carolina. Hits a three in front of the Dogs bench. That's all he had yesterday against Akron. Long, deep three by the Dogs. Was that Crump or Hightower?
That was Hightower.
Now it's 12-9. And a ball knocked loose by Hightower, but Clemson scrambles to get it. Tigers keep the possession alive. 12-9. Tigers with a 3-point lead and the ball. Reed jump pass left side. They drive in from the wing. Try to lay up.
Claxton stole
Hunter
it.
Tyson. Yeah, Claxton takes it away. Now he'll run it up the floor, down the middle of the floor. Going to keep the ball, kick out to Ingumeze. Draw a blocking foul on Clemson as Claxton ran right into the big guy Thomas, but Pat Adams on the baseline.
Did I ever tell you how much I like Pat?
Well, he said Thomas moved into him to take the charge, but he got a blocking foul instead.
And he may have. From here, it was hard to tell. I thought it looked to me like Thomas had position, but he may have slid that hip over trying to.
I'm just glad. Yeah, it was on the guys in orange. Javen White will come into the ball game. 6'10" graduate transfer from Oral Roberts. He's from Ames, Iowa. Claxton waiting to inbound the basketball. 12-9 is our score. Clemson with a 3-point lead. Dogs have the ball. 13:27 to go first half. Big Clax lobs it in right corner to Fagan. Holds it high as he kills the dribble. Tries to feed it into Claxton. They tip it away and steal it. Scara guarding Claxton. Tap the ball. And the Tigers come up with a steal. Here's Tyson from the left corner. His three won't go. Rebound tapped and touched and controlled by Claxton. Fires it to half court, far side. Hightower, long rainbow three from deep on the right wing. That's no good. That draws iron. Rebound to the Tigers. Dogs not getting many second chances. Reed loses the handle on the ball. Picked up by Crump. Crump and Claxton. 3-on-1, and Crump will take it himself and drive down the lane and lay it up from the right side of the rim.
Almost drew the foul. Tried to use his body to see if he couldn't get the two and the one. Just didn't quite get the contact that he was looking for, but that's okay. Dogs within one.
It's 12-11. Tigers lead the Dogs by a point. Now we stop the game, even though Clemson had run it into the front court. They blew the whistle to stop the game for substitutions, and they reset the shot clock. As Brad Brunell in his 9th season with the Tigers will get John Newman, a 6'5" freshman, forward into the ball game. Newman's from Greensboro, North Carolina. And now play continues. Hammonds gets set to check back in for Georgia. Tigers working on the right side of the floor is Clyde Trapp holding. Slow left-hand dribble across the top of the key, and Gumeze guarding. Kick it into the left corner for a three. Short side iron by Reed. Not a good-looking shot at all. Dogs rebound. Crump in backcourt. Across the timeline to Hightower. Over to Claxton. Left edge of the lane. The big guy attacks. High off the glass. No iron and no rebound for the Dogs. Clemson gets the carom and will take it up right into the floor. And a drive after hesitating on the wing by Trapp. He just drove right to the basket and laid it up underneath. Clyde Trapp with 5 points. It's 14-11 Tigers.
Come on, Slim.
Here's Hightower. Lobs it straight away to Crump. Crump left wing. Top of the key to Ingumeze. Head fake and a dry. Overhead hard jump pass to Claxton on the left block. Jump hook, spin to the baseline. Hits it off the front iron. No good.
Dogs unable to get any offensive boards. Clemson, you just see all orange jerseys around them.
Straightaway three. Reed comes down and pops it good. Marquise Reed, third three of the half for the Tigers, and they push the lead up to 6, 17-11. Under 11:30 to go, first half. Dogs just 4 of 13 from the field early on. The Tigers 7 of 15. They've hit 3 threes. Not getting any shots to fall, not getting any rebounds on our misses. Ingumeze just above the foul line, turns and shoots. That rattles out as the shot clock was down to 2. Clemson with a rebound. Tigers in the front court. They're slowing it down a little bit. Trapp mishandles the ball and then gets rid of it to Reed. Reed tries to drive and dribble. And I don't know if he dribbled it off our foot or we knocked it out of bounds. It's going to be Clemson ball as the ball gets away and goes over the end line. That'll get us into a timeout with 10:53 to go in the first half. It's Clemson 17 and Georgia 11 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know, growing up in a coffee family is no different than growing up in any other family, except that we all kind of share one affinity, and that's for a great tasting cup of coffee.
Matt Siraj, 4th generation owner, Community Coffee.
I believe people can taste the difference family makes. It's a fullness in the mouth. It's a flavor impression that follows all the way through till 30 seconds after that sip of coffee. It's that rich, smooth flavor that you find in Community Coffee.
Our family story continues at communitycoffee.com.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
(17-11). Clemson leading Georgia here with 10:53 to go in half number one. And right now you can come in and get exceptional offers on all BMWs in stock. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers today for a test drive. Proud to be the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for more offer details.
All right, now different lineup for Tom Crean as he's got Ogbady and Hammonds down low with Torian Woolridge, and then out front he's going to have Jordan Harris and Tyree Crump.
Clemson's basketball. They inbound in front court, right side of the baseline. Hammond's guarding the inbound. They throw it into Javen White, 6'10", graduate transfer from Oral Roberts. Now give it to Mitchell, Shelton Mitchell. He's the transfer, a fifth-year senior from Vanderbilt. Mitchell works on the left side of the floor. One-handed pass back to John Newman, a 6'5 freshman.
Three.
Over to Trapp. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. And there you go. Didn't get it off, and he threw up an air ball from 3. And Brad Brunell, their head coach, is not happy down on the left end of the floor.
Boy, he shouldn't be. Clemson wasted too much time offensively, well out above the top of the key.
When you come out of the timeout and you get a shot clock violation, that's like getting a delay of game penalty after a timeout in football.
Well, you know what, though? It was indicative, though, of what Georgia was giving them.
Woolridge with the ball. Etorian kills the dribble, skips it to Hammonds at the elbow. Give and go down low to Jordan Harris. Passes low, but he picks it up, gets it back out to Harris. They go inside to Ogbede, and an offensive foul on Georgia.
Well, they're going to do that now. They're going to move over in that lane. When we see those open spots in the lane like that time Rashawn did and started that drive, he let go of the ball but didn't control his body and collided with the offensive charge.
Foul on Rashawn Hammonds, his first, 6'8 sophomore from Norcross, had a career day yesterday in the win over Illinois State. 31 points. He was 11 of 22 shooting the ball. 7 rebounds, no turnovers in 31 minutes of play yesterday. 17-11, Clemson leading Georgia by 6. Largest lead of the half as we approach 10 minutes to go. Trapp with the ball over to Scara for a long 3. Banked it in from the left wing.
And even he's surprised.
4th 3 of the half for the Tigers. The lead grows to 9, 20-11. Dogs possession. Harris holds it on the right wing. Straight away to Crump. Long, deep 3. Good straight away. Tyree for 3. Look at him bobbing his head. That's a Scana Energy 3, Tyree, and you know it.
He is so much better with the catch and shoot 3 than off the dribble.
20-14. Dogs down by 6. Tigers ball. Newman Fakes the entry pass, kicks it down into the corner on the wing. Mitchell dribbles it out of trouble. Across to the left side of the floor now. Here's Newman going to drive in, edge of the lane, pull up 2, 14-footer won't go. Thomas rips down the rebound, kick out, trap for 3, back iron, no good. Hammonds with a rebound for the Dogs. Georgia sprints it into the front court left. Rayshon on a left-hand dribble, looks to enter into Ogbede. He does, puts it on the floor, misses the jump hook with a left hand. Rebound rolling and away from Tyree Crump, and it's going to be picked up by Shelton Mitchell for Clemson.
Derek looks totally out of sync.
Mitchell cuts under the defender, ball knocked loose, and Clemson gets it back. Newman, as Crump went diving for it. Tigers miss a 3, wide open 3 by Trapp, who was admiring the 3 as he missed it in the corner. Dogs push it up the floor now after the rebound. Jordan Harris drives to the basket. He misses the shot, and the Tigers take it back. Man, we're stone cold. 5 of 17, 29% here, and getting some in-close good looks.
But not getting any offensive boards. I mean, to be missing as many shots as we are right now, we're not getting second chances here.
Timeout Clemson as the clock stops with 8:32 to go here in the first half. Well, there's only been one offensive rebound in the game. Clemson has it. Georgia has none. Tigers have one. It's 20-14, and we'll keep it right here for the 30-second timeout for the Tigers with 8:32 to go in the first half. Elijah Thomas has 6 points to lead the Tigers in scoring thus far. Clyde Trapp with 5. They have 4 threes in the first half. The Dogs' leading scorer is Crump with 5, and Georgia has 3 threes in the half. Hightower has 1, and Fagan has 1. And let's see, Big Clax, we went into him early and often in that first 10 minutes, Chuck, but Nicholas 1 for 4 to start. Ogbede 0 for 3, so 2 of our big guys down inside, 1 for 7. Let's pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. (20-14), Georgia trailing Clemson, trying to keep pace with these guys, but something's got to change on the glass, right?
Well, one thing that's got to change is Derek's got to play a little better. I mean, we need to see the Derek Ogbede that we saw yesterday and the one that we've seen at various other times in the early part of this season, you know, where he's gone 6 for 6. And that, I mean, I'm not looking for that, but we do need Derek right now. His shots are way off, and he doesn't even look like he's comfortable shooting the ball underneath.
JoJo Toppin in the ball game will guard the inbounds entry by John Newman for Clemson. He'll throw it into the backcourt, and that's where Shelton Mitchell will carry it across the timeline. They'll go into their half-court set. 15 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Newman, left-hand dribble drive, layup attempt, spins off the left side of the rim. Rebound Ogbede. Georgia flies up the floor with Toppin over to Hammonds on the baseline. Defense covers him up to Ogbede. Give and go back to Hammonds. Lay in good. And a foul on the Tigers. Wow, that was done. That was well done.
That's the first thing I've seen Derek Ogbede do that he looked comfortable doing. The little give and go there with Rashawn on the baseline. He looked comfortable doing that.
Well, let's keep doing it. If they're going to give it to us, or we're going to make them give it to us, let's do it. Hammonds at the foul line. The foul was on Shelton Mitchell, his first, and the team's third. Hammonds to the free throw line for a three-point play. Missed it off the right side. Well, we're 1 for 3 from the free throw line. We shot free throws pretty well yesterday in a win over Illinois State. 20-16, Dogs trail by 4. Tigers with the basketball. Reed, hook pass, cross court, left side of the floor. They go inside now to Thomas. He's matched up with Ogbede. 2 big men battling. Wow. Dipped his shoulder. Ogbede tried to draw the charge, but didn't get it. Yeah. Even though he got the shoulder in.
Wow.
Thomas got the call. Pat Adams making the call. And that gets us into a timeout. So we tried to get the offensive foul. It went against us instead. 7:49 to go, first half. It's 20-16. Clemson leading Georgia on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Get ready for a meal to remember, because Kroger is here to help you save on an amazing spread for your Thanksgiving feast. Enjoy low prices on the perfect turkey or ham, delicious produce that's always fresh, plus delightful desserts from the bakery. And save on everything you need to celebrate the season deliciously. That's how you holiday.
Kroger brand frozen turkeys are 59 cents a pound. Limit 2 with additional $25 purchase. And sweet potatoes are 39 cents a pound with card. Now at Kroger.
Anyone can deliver a box of groceries, but when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with store pickup, delivery, and now you can have your order shipped right to your door. So now it's easier than ever to check out while you're chilling when you shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at Regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
(20-16), Clemson leading Georgia by 4. 7:49 to go here in the first half. And college sports fans, listen up. At Sirius XM, you get it all, and all at the press of a button. Listen to your kind of music, commercial-free, plus everything entertainment, every kind of comedy, and, of course, coverage of every major sport, including Georgia Bulldogs basketball. So tune in to Sirius XM, the best of the best. Tigers will have the possession. Second foul on Ogbede sends him to the bench. Claxton and Hammonds, Crump, Harris, and Toppin. That's our 5 on the floor right now. Tigers inbound. Left baseline. Mitchell shovels it in left corner to Marquise Reed. 6'3", transfer guard from Robert Morris. He works against Rayshawn Hammonds. Fadeaway 2 on the left side. Good. He dribbled it out, and then he a little fadeaway and hangs the net.
Just a very pretty move. And then when he got to the baseline, he stepped back, shot the jumper over Rashawn. Rashawn did the best he could, but that was just, sometimes you got to tip your hat to your opponent. That was just a nice move, pretty shot.
22-16, Reed now with 5. Dogs ball front court left. Jordan Harris holds it. Crump comes out to the middle of the floor, takes the pass, scoops it over to Claxton on the left wing. Nicholas dribbles it to the top of the circle, now down the left edge, spins on the block, puts it up, fights his way for the shots, and it rolls off the front of the iron. Big Clax now 1 for 5 from the field. Rebound to the Tigers, Clemson with the ball. Mitchell, open passing lane, diagonally into the left corner to Amir Sims, who misses a 3. Rebound Crump for the Dogs. Tyree drives. Curls on the block. They defend it, and then Crump throws it away. Tried to throw it back out to Harris, and Clemson intercepted the ball with Mitchell, and a drive, one-handed layup good from the right side.
Yeah, they just beat Georgia back down the floor, ran it out, and laid it up.
That's 24-16, 8-point Tiger lead. 6:42 to go, half number 1. Harris with the ball to Claxton straight away, over to Toppin left side. Fakes left, drives right, sends the ball back to Harris. Jordan, a couple of dribbles through the circle, feed out to Hammonds for a 3. The left-hander won't go. My goodness, we're both
nothing is going.
Skara with a rebound for the Tigers. Here's Mitchell. Shoves it into the corner to Reed, and he travels. A shot fake, he traveled, then tried to drive as he tried to get Jordan Harris in the air. John Higgins with the travel call, and Reed giving him a look, didn't really appreciate it. Tigers turn it over, give it back to the Dogs, and we'll get Turtle Jackson and Tyshawn Hightower and Etorian Wilridge back into the ball game. Toppin and Claxton stay on the floor for the Dogs. So Tom Crane trying to find that right combination here in the first half. Here's Turtle, the senior from Athens. One-handed bounce pass, right wing to Hightower, into the corner to Wilridge. He's going to drive, put it on the floor, through 2 defenders. One of them fouled him.
And fortunate that they did, because he dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds.
Well, that may have been because he got shoved.
I hope so.
The foul was on Amir Sims, his second for the Tigers, 6'7" sophomore forward. And Sims comes out of the ball game, and Hunter Tyson, 6'8" freshman from Monroe, North Carolina, into the game for the Tigers. Turtle, floater in the lane, right edge, good from 6 feet. Turtle with his first points of the contest, and it's 24-18. Tigers by 6. They've got the ball. Shelton Mitchell into the front court, met there by Turtle Jackson. Lob pass over to Reed. Left-hand dribble through the lane. Step back 2, fadeaway, good. Oh, that was nice. Marquise Reed with 7 points, 26-18 Tigers. Long 3, Tyshawn Hightower off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Again, Georgia with 0 offensive rebounds here in the half. And Clemson has 1.
And it's not for lack of chances.
No, that's true. Georgia's missing most of the shots. 7 for 22 today, 32%. There's a 3 ball by Mitchell with a left hand, won't go. Offensive rebound saved over the inline by the Tigers, but they throw it away to the Dogs. Here's Hightower through the lane. Reverse layup from the left side, won't go, but a foul is called on the Tigers. Boy, Hightower sprinting down the floor, just slashing through the lane, trying to lay it up from the left side. Behind his head, he's going to get 2 shots at the free throw to try to earn it there, or at the free throw line. The foul was on Reed, his first, Marquise Reed. 6'3", fifth-year senior transfer guard for the Tigers. Hightower to the line. Clock stopped with 5:04 to go in the first half. 26-18 our score, Tigers. Right-handed release by Hightower up on his toes. Free throw is good. Tyshawn now 6 of 10 at the line this season as Fagan comes back in for JoJo Toppin for Georgia.
They got a lot of transfers, huh?
They do, and they all play, and they're all veterans. Hightower, second free throw in the air, no good. Rebound, Claxton tapped it, and the Dogs control it with Hightower. Big Clax kept it alive, tapped it out to Tyshawn, who hustled over on the left wing to retrieve it. Fagan's got it, top of the key, going to drive around the defender, lost the handle on the ball as he tried to cut to the basket. Clemson picks up the bouncing ball. They take it into the front court with Mitchell. Mitchell curls around high on the right wing. 4:43-42, clock ticking, first half. Clemson 26, Georgia 19. Tigers have the ball. Tyson over on the left wing. They're trying to get it to Reed, and Hightower's just shadowing him all over the floor. Mitchell's going to pull up for a 2. That's no good. Reed got the rebound on the miss, and a reverse layup uncontested for Marquise Reed.
Tyshawn just didn't block him out on the baseline. He came right down the baseline, underneath, took the rebound, laid it back up.
Boy, we did everything we wanted to on that defensive series. They missed the shot, but we didn't block out on the rebound. Hightower, 3 ball, right corner, side iron, no good. Turtle with the rebound at the free throw line, running across. We go to Fagan. He stumbles on that right side, loses the ball again on the spin. Clemson going to take it the other way. They run 2-on-2. Tyson misses a reverse layup after the pass from Reed. He knocks the ball away from Hightower, who got the rebound. Now Hunter Tyson had the ball and dribbled it out of bounds under the basket on the inline. Or Reed is everywhere. He gets hands on the ball all over the place, and fortunately, Clemson's missing shots and making mistakes, too. It's 28-19.
And a two-handed block by Nicholas Claxton. That was a pretty block.
3:50 to go. We've got a timeout here in the Caymans, and we need it. 28-19 our score. We're down 9 to the Tigers on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of the Dogs. Fueled by 26 grams of Fairlife's one-of-a-kind protein, your workout will never go to waste. Perfect for your gym bag or great for game day. Don't forget to pick up your favorite Core Power to recover better. Want to win the ultimate college football experience? Go to winwithcorepower.com to enter Core Power sweepstakes. You could win a trip for 2 to a Division I college football game during rivalry weekend. Go Dogs!
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Hey Bulldog fans, it's time to wash your car at Swifty Car Wash, the official car wash of UGA Athletics. Now it's even easier than ever to keep your car clean with Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. For as little as $9.99 a month, you can wash as much as you need. No contracts, cancel anytime. Swifty Car Wash in Athens, Winder, and Atlanta. Find all locations at SwiftyCarWash.com. Score on every drive with Swifty Car Wash and Swift Pass Unlimited Washes, official car wash of UGA Athletics.
Hey, Georgia fans, at StubHub, every Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub's been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. Dogs have the ball, down 9, largest deficit of the half. Turtle Jackson drives, drops it off to Claxton inside, threw it away. Clemson with the basketball. Mitchell down the middle of the floor, kick out to Reed on the right wing. To the trailer, Thomas now, the big man, attacks, throws it up around the rim, good. Running the layup for big Elijah Thomas. He's got 8 points, and the lead grows to double digits for the first time. It's 30-19. Number 16, Clemson, leading Georgia.
And they're just, we're not handling the ball well.
Long three by Turtle, off the iron, no
Certainly
good.
Not shooting it well, are we?
Not at all. The Dogs just 7 of 24 from the field, 30%. Clemson with a basketball and a 30-19 lead. Scara, overhead pass to Reed, the guard, drives out of the corner by Sargunas. And somebody tugged on the rim when the shot was going up. And I think that's why the official blew the whistle. Reed may have been the guy going up, ended up tugging on the rim. It moved the whole basket support.
Quite honestly, I thought it should have been goaltending on Georgia for doing it because the ball was up. Now they'll have the discussion as to whether or not it was. Yeah, they're going to count it.
Our Regions Bank recap is brought to you by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. Well, the Dogs have not had a lead in this ball game. Clemson scored first with a three-pointer. Their big lead has, it's where we are right now, 32-19 at 13 points. If they've extended the lead as we've gone through the half, Georgia just stone cold shooting the basketball, just 7 of 24, 29%. And not a lot of action on the offensive glass as well with all those missed shots. So it's been Clemson's half here, 32-19, and it shows on the scoreboard. As so they gave the Tigers the basket.
Yeah, it was offensive.
Who was it that hit the rim?
It was goaltending. I think it was Claxton or something.
Okay, I thought it was Reed that grabbed the rim, but it was our guy.
Rim.
Okay. So the Tigers got the points, and Georgia now has the ball, but we're down 13. It's 32-19, getting late in the half, 2:30 to go. Crump with the ball, drives right by Reed down the lane. Cross to Ogbede, flies down the left baseline and jams it with two hands as the net hangs up again. Derek Ogbede with a two-handed flush. We need more of that, I tell you what.
Yeah, give Tyree credit. He beat his man badly. And when the defender left Derek to come over, it left Derek wide open, and Tyree got him the ball for the flush.
Yeah, Crump just blew right by Reed. Ignas Sargunas in the ball game for Georgia. Woolridge, Crump, Ogbede, Claxton, that's our 5. Reed drives to the free throw line. Turn around spin, 14.5-footer off the rim a couple of times, no good. Claxton the rebound. Dogs hustle up right to left. 3-ball, Crump good straight away. Tyree for 3.
That helps.
He's got 8, that's his second. 32-24, we chew into the lead a little bit. Minute 52, minute 51 to go. Mitchell walks it into the front court, guarded by Sargunas. Dogs in a man-to-man. Here's Javen White, 6'10", hands it back off to Mitchell. Drives to the foul line from the elbow. Jumper off line, no good. Rebound, Crump. Dogs. Crump pushes it up right behind Ogbede, who was blocking. Mishandled the ball, and Clemson touches it out of bounds, I think. Or they call a foul on.
Clemson fouled him. I think they cut underneath Tyree.
Well, let's check the call.
Oh, they did?
Instead of push, yeah, after he lost the ball, they said Crump pushed him as Clemson was going for it. So Crump whistled for the foul. That's his first, only the team's 4th. Neither team getting to the foul line here in the first half. Clemson is 0 for 1 from the line, and Georgia 2 for 5. which is well below what both of these teams have been averaging as far as free throw shooting is concerned. It's an 8-point Tiger lead. They've led throughout the half, 32-24, 93 seconds to go in the first half of play. Shelton Mitchell into the front court for the Tigers. They're all in orange. The Dogs are in white today here in the Caymans. Reed with the ball, bounce pass, tipped by Fagan, but they get the entry into Thomas. Jump hook with a left hand, no good, short. Rebound picked up by Derek Ogbede. He'll hand it to Crump, and he'll feed it to Claxton inside the half-court line. 24 on the shot clock, minute 10 to go in the half. Big Clax crossover dribble, top of the key, fires to Fagan, left wing. Ty backs it up. The freshman guard swings the ball side to side, lobs it down on the left corner to Ogbede. Underneath to Sargunas, and a reverse layup, and they foul Ignas Sargunas. He'll go to the line.
And he cut on that baseline. Now listen, when Clemson is giving you that baseline on the weak side, go ahead and take it. Cut in there. They can get a pass into you. You got a chance at a layup.
Fouls on Clyde Trapp, 6'4" guard from Eastover, South Carolina. That's his first. And Sargunas at the foul line, the 6'5" freshman from Lithuania. His first free throw attempt of the year for the Dogs as we play in our 5th game of the season. And the free throw is good. Dogs at 3-1. Tigers number 16 in the latest rankings. They're 4-0. And the lead right now is 32-25 for Clemson. And Sargunas will get a second free throw. He only played a minute in yesterday's win over Illinois State. Getting some first half-court time here as he hits a pair of free throws to make it a 6-point game. Dogs on a 7-0 run to trim it down to 32-26. Less than a minute to play in the half. Tigers with the ball. Reed runs without it, takes a pass from Mitchell on the left wing. Marquise Reed puts it on the floor, drives, throws up a right-hand floater, good, slashing through the lane. Reed with 11 in the half, and the lead is 8, 34-26. 33 seconds to go in the half, 23 on the shot clock. Dogs with the ball on offensive end. Crump, overhead pass to Ogbede, off his hands. He chases it down, feeds Fagan on the left wing. Fagan double teamed for the moment. Oh, got it to Crump underneath. Tyree with a reverse layup, too hard off the glass, no good. Rebound Tigers, and they can hold for the last shot. 34-26, Tigers will hold for one, 10 seconds to go. Reed just inside the half-court line, high on the right side, guarded by Crump. Crossover dribble, 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Mitchell now, long, deep three, air ball, and out of bounds, and that's the end of the half.
That was about the only good thing that happened for Georgia defensively was that last air ball by Clemson. But nevertheless, Dogs go out of here only down 8. So that's, it was not looking that good about 3 minutes ago.
No, we were down double figures.
13.
There for a little bit, and the Dogs trim it down. So 34-26 is our score at intermission. Clemson leading Georgia. Today's halftime report presented by Georgia Power. Georgia Power brings the energy to every game day and to your community too. Visit georgiapower.com/sports to learn more. Cabell Philpott's in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. He's next. It's halftime in the Cayman Islands. Clemson 34, Georgia 26 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
State Farm, this is Bill.
It finally got me, Bill.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes.
Oh.
Yeah, year after rim-wrecking year, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. It got me good.
But State Farm's got you too.
You hear that? You ain't nothing!
You trash talking a pothole?
Yes, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it?
Can I get that red with AI?
Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Cabell Philpott.
Halftime, Georgia trailing 16th ranked Clemson 34-26 at the Cayman Islands Classic. The first semifinal game today on the docket, and the Georgia Bulldogs lifted by Tyree Crump's 8 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists in that ball game. As we open up the Nissan SEC scoreboard, we check in on about 3 other SEC teams in action today. Emerald Coast Classic Campus game. Ole Miss, coming off their loss over the weekend at Butler, will welcome Nichols to the pavilion at Ole Miss for a 7 o'clock tip. Washington and Texas A&M getting together at the TCL Vancouver Showcase, Vancouver Convention Center. The Aggies on the road start 1-3 on the season for Texas A&M. Again, they play Washington hosting in Vancouver, an 11:30 tip. The 8th-ranked Auburn Tigers, a massive game today, a massive game this Saturday. The 8th-ranked Auburn Tigers will play the top-ranked Duke Blue Devils in the first semifinal matchup tonight, the Maui Jim Invitational, against top-ranked and undefeated Duke. An 8 o'clock tip between the Tigers and the Blue Devils. Auburn again on the gridiron this weekend. It's the Iron Bowl that will take on top-ranked Alabama. Big week for Auburn Athletics. This SEC scoreboard brought to you by Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway. Halftime at the Cayman Islands Classic. Georgia trails 16th-ranked Clemson 34-26. When we return, we'll check in on the Buffalo Wild Wings Top 25 scoreboard right after these messages from the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Oh, it looks like your appendix is about to burst. We're going to have to go in and take it out.
Is there going to be pain, Doctor?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Just think about puppies or whatever. Scalpel.
Surgery, no-brainer. Anesthesia. Barbasol's no-brainer. Finally making razors to go along with America's favorite shaving cream. Try Barbasol's Ultra 6 Plus razor with 6 ultra-thin blades for a close, comfortable shave. Save now at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
No one comes to the Southeastern Conference looking for less. This is where you gladly step up, sign up, and raise your hand for a heaping helping of more. More ways to challenge and push yourself, more people from more countries to meet and learn from, more opportunities to impact your community, both locally and globally. Oh, we celebrate championships like no other, but that's nowhere close to the whole story. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Cabell Philpott with you as we continue with the Georgia Power halftime report. 16th ranked Clemson leading your Georgia Bulldogs 34-26. Marquise Reed for the Tigers leading all scores with 13 points. Tyree Crump leads the Dogs with 8 as we check in now on the Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard. We told you already 8th ranked Auburn and top ranked Duke in the game. The first game tonight, the Maui Jim Invitational semifinal game. Again, that's an 8 o'clock tip. A little bit later on in the second game at 10 o'clock, number 3 Gonzaga hosting Arizona in the Lahaina Civic Center. Number 3 Gonzaga and Arizona both at 4-0. And as is Auburn and Duke, they are both at 4-0 as well. So two of those teams coming away with undefeated records. 2 will fall from the ranks of the undefeated after this evening in Maui. Buckeye Classic, number 23 Ohio State will host Samford in Columbus at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, 18th ranked and undefeated TCU plays host to Lipscomb in Fort Worth. And rounding out the evening, a 10 o'clock tip, 2K Empire campus game at the Matthew Knight Arena in Oregon. Number 21 Oregon and Green Bay get together for a little late-night Pac-12 basketball action. Halftime in the Cayman Islands Classic, 16th ranked Clemson leading your Georgia Bulldogs 34-26. This has been the Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard, served up by Buffalo Wild Wings. Proud hangout for Georgia Athletics, Wings, Beer, Sports. When we return, we'll send it back to Georgetown in the Cayman Islands at John Gray Gymnasium. First half stats, second half call, all coming your way right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power. Generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom, one major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions, member FDIC, conditions and fees apply.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone back here at the John Gray Gymnasium in Georgetown, Grand Cayman Island. Cayman Islands Classic. We're at halftime of the semifinal matchup between Georgia and Clemson. The Tigers lead Georgia 34-26. It's time now for the Northside Impact, sponsored by Northside Hospital Atlanta. We diagnose and treat more new cancer cases than any other hospital in Georgia, providing care at 48 cancer centers. You can learn more at builttobeatcancer.com. Let's check the first half statistics. And they aren't real pretty for the Bulldogs. In fact, Georgia had its lowest offensive output in any half so far this season, just 26 points. The Dogs shoot 33% from the field, 9 of 27 in the first half, 4 of 11 on threes. and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Dogs were -3 on the glass as Clemson out-rebounded the Dogs 22-19. Georgia had 5 assists on their 9 baskets that they made. They had 9 turnovers, 3 blocks and a steal. Leading scorer is Tyreek Crump with 8 points. For the Tigers, they shot 42%, right at it 42%. 15 of 36 from the floor, 4 of 13 on threes. They were 0 for 1 at the foul line. Again, +3 on the glass, 22-19. They out-rebound. 5 assists on their 15 baskets, 6 turnovers, no blocks, 5 steals. Their leading scorer, the only player in double figures, Marquise Reed, their 6'3", fifth-year senior guard. He had 13 points on 6 of 10 shooting. So it's Georgia trailing Clemson 34-26. Second half is on the way. Next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it?
Can I get that red with AI?
Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Ready for half number 2. Georgia down 8, 34-26. They trailed by as much as 13 in that first half. Dogs will come out of the locker room to start the second half, Chuck, with Jackson and Fagan, Woolridge, Hammonds, and Claxton.
Well, and they're going to get the ball first here to start the second half, possession arrow with the Dogs. They just need to settle down. Just settle down. Just the shooting is just killing them. You know, just shoot a respectable percentage, you know, you can get yourself back in this game.
Dogs with the first offensive set. Hammonds drives, spin moves into big Elijah Thomas. He didn't back down. He ties up Rayshawn Hammonds, and they call a jump ball, and it'll be the Tigers' possession.
When Rayshawn spun, he had the ball at chest height. It was an easy tie-up. You don't do that. You get the ball up in the air because you're going to the basket anyway.
And it's hard to spin against that guy, 6'9" and 245. He doesn't move easily.
Wow.
They fire it inside to Reed. Reed slashing through the lane, takes the pass from the wing and lays it up from the right edge. Marquise Reed now with 15 points. It's 36-26, 10-point Tiger lead. Clemson number 16 in the country. Winner advances to the championship game tomorrow night here at the Cayman Islands Classic. Here's Woolridge. Dribbles on the right side, curls around in the corner, kills the dribble with 10 to shoot. Give it to Claxton. Fakes left, goes right, now turns back, shoots to his left. Air ball from the right edge of the lane from 8 feet. Rebound Clemson. Sims with an outlet to Mitchell into the front court. Curls around in the left corner. Dogs hustle back on defense. We're down 10. Tigers with the ball. Clemson with Skara up the wing, the transfer from Valparaiso. He's from Croatia. They go on the left side to Mitchell, guarded by Wilrich. Crossover dribble into the lane. Feeds it on a bounce to Skara. He cuts in ahead of Hammonds and tries to lay it up. Misses a shot, but we foul it.
Well, this was not the start that Georgia wanted for the second half. I mean, you can't get much worse than that. You have a tie-up on your first possession. You let them go down and drive in, lay it up. They come back. You know, you miss a shot. They go down, get a foul.
And the foul's on Hammonds. That's his second, and it will put David Skara, 6'8", forward at the free throw line. His free throw is no good.
That helps.
He was 80% coming into today, 8 of 10 in their 4 games this season. 0 for 1 now 1 for 2. He hits 1 out of 2. And it's an 11-point Clemson lead, 37-26. Dogs with the ball, but we're down double digits. Just underway here in the second half. Claxton with a left-hand dribble. Feeds it out on the left wing to Hammonds. Now we give it to Turtle. He head fakes and drives. Left side, tries to throw it inside to throw it away. Clemson with a takeaway. Tigers off and running. Reed, kick out to Sims in the right corner. Fakes the 3, drives across. Hammond strips the ball and picks up by Turtle, and then a foul on Clemson after they turned it over. The foul was on Shelton Mitchell, his second. And the Dogs will inbound in the backcourt and bring it up the floor.
That was some very careless play by the Tigers that time, because had they just held up with the basketball, they'd still be running their offense looking for a good shot. Instead, they got careless with it. Georgia was able to recover, get down the floor, and steal it.
Dogs working the front court. Fagan going to take a long 3. Missed it off the rim. Rebound. Claxton going to the floor for it. Tie up. Claxton covered up. Thomas laying on top of him. Both of them trying to cradle the basketball. They call a jump ball. And the Dogs will have it. Fagan missed a deep 3 on the left wing, and Claxton had to go to the floor to try to get the rebound. So a tie-up ball, and Georgia will have the arrow, have the possession, inbound with Rayshawn Hammonds. 37-26, Tigers lead. 18:04 to go in the ball game. Entry pass into Turtle. Jackson, give it to Fagan on the right wing. The freshman from Thomaston to the top of the key. Reverses it to Wilrich. We feed it into Claxton. He's triple teamed. They block his shot and foul. Thomas and the 2 guards were guarding Claxton, and Elijah Thomas is the guy that get tagged for the foul for the Tigers. That is his second.
Well, once you get it down inside, and once that entry pass is made, and Nicholas was able to make his spin move into the paint. Listen, at 6'11", and the way he can jump, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. If you're going to stop the shot, you have to foul him.
We've seen Ogbede, Claxton, and Hammonds all with that spin move around the basket. Not as effective today like it was yesterday. The free throw by Claxton is no good. Nicholas looking for some kind of scoring rhythm today. Just 1 for 6 from the floor. And he misses his first free throw attempt, but he makes the second. 1 for 2. He's got 3 points in the ball game, and it's a 10-point Tiger lead, 37-27. Oh, we're chipping away 1 point at a time. 17:44 to go. Tigers with the ball, left into the floor. Shelton Mitchell guarded by Turtle. Crossover dribble, changes directions, top of the key. Runs into Claxton. Left wing to Skara. His 3 nicks the near side of the iron. Rebound down to Nicholas.
Great defense from Victorian.
Big Clax up the floor. Right edge of the lane. Feeds Wilrich. Will he get the candy? Yes, he does. Driving layup on the right baseline. Just as you mentioned his name.
That rewards him for the great D played on the other end.
37-29. Tigers lead. They have the ball. Mitchell has it knocked away by Hammonds, and the ball loose, out of bounds into the courtside plastic chairs across the way. It'll be the Tigers' ball.
Pretty plastic, though. They're painted blue.
We're sitting on the same kind, and they're not very comfortable. They get kind of hard after a while.
You have to lean back at them.
Tigers inbound, leading by 8. Reed behind a screen from Thomas, backs it out now. Claxton's on him at the top of the key. Dribbles through the legs low. Crossover. Doesn't get Claxton to shake, but he puts it long. Fadeaway 2 up over big Nicholas Claxton. That was a terrific shot.
Yes, indeed. Just give him credit for that. Normally, he's not going to make that over Nicholas Claxton.
39-29. Reed has 17 points now. Here's Fagan down the lane, driving the finger roll layup. Good. The defense got there too late for Fagan as he explodes down the lane. 5 for the freshman now, 39-31. Tigers by 8 with the ball. Scarra on the left side, across the top of the key. They go to Mitchell. Mitchell, left-hand dribble drive, down the lane, reaching, layup won't go. We had contested it well. Wilridge has the ball now for the Dogs. Tries to throw it out to Hammonds on the right baseline. Errant pass. Hammonds was about 1.5 feet beyond where the pass was going, and he threw it out of bounds.
And that's one of those cases where, look, Georgia's trying to learn to play fast. That's what Coach Crean wants. And just haven't quite learned how to do that just yet.
12th turnover by the Dogs. We're down 8, 39-31. Have not led at all today. Tyree Crump into the ball game. Fagan is the other guard. Then we've got Wilridge, Hammonds, and Ogbede. That's our 5 on the floor. Tigers with the possession and 8 up on the scoreboard. Amir Sims swings the ball left of the circle, goes into the corner. Scarra drives out of the corner through the lane. One of our guys slips. Hammonds on the floor, and they whistle a foul on the Dogs on David Scarra driving out of the left corner. Did they get Hammonds for that?
They did indeed, as he was falling.
That's his 3rd. And we've got a timeout with 15:54 to go in the ball game. It's Clemson 39, Georgia 31. Cayman Islands Classic. More in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613. Everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
We are the Georgia Bulldogs. Day in and day out, we push ourselves to the limit, always going the extra mile to be the best we could possibly be. With a work ethic that never quits and a spirit that never wavers.
At Ford, it's this kind of commitment that makes F-Series America's best-selling truck. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today or visit buyfordnow.com.
Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of UGA football, and every Dogs fan deserves to save money. Get fired up about our low natural gas rates and switch to Scana Energy by calling 877-GO-SCANA or visiting scanaenergy.com. Between the hedges and beyond, Scana Energy is a winning play. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to start saving on your natural gas today.
(39-31), Clemson leading Georgia, and Bulldog fans go above and beyond every single game. Rocket Mortgage goes above and beyond to provide a seamless mortgage experience. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Tigers to inbound the basketball. We're waiting for the officials to turn us loose there. I don't know if there's a clock situation. John Higgins and Pat Adams are at the scores table. The shot clock is at 20.
There you go. They had it at 30.
And Pat Adams and John Higgins get the problem straightened out. Now we're ready to go. Tigers with the ball and an 8-point lead. Shelton Mitchell to throw it in. Hammonds to guard the inbounds. Just bounces it right in front of him to Thomas. He misses the lay-in. We foul. We've given up that play a lot. On the entry next to the basket.
Right at the basket.
Just the guy charges down the lane and they throw it right to him under the basket. I mean, that happened a couple of times yesterday, too.
Well, that time he didn't have to charge. He was already standing there. He just turned.
Foul was on Ogbede. His 3rd. That puts big Elijah Thomas at the foul line. The transfer from Texas A&M. He's from Dallas, Texas. And he's going to shoot some free throws right here for the Tigers with the clock stopped at 15:52. Free throw for the big man is up and in. Good. 9 points for Thomas. Second free throw. is on the way. After a couple of dribbles. In the air, good. Thomas with 10. 2 players in double figures for the Clemson Tigers. Georgia has no one in double figures. 41-31 is our score. Tigers by 10. Crump to Fagan. Speeds along the right baseline. Kick out to Hammonds. Over to Crump. Right side 3, no good. Tyree was backpedaling. I think he thought he had it. And the Tigers got the rebound. We're down 10. They've got the ball. Reed behind a screen. Left wing from Thomas. Back and forth. Now through the lane. Jump pass soft to Sims in the right corner. 3. Won't go. Rattles out. Agbede rips down the rebound and then throws the outlet. Threw it behind Fagan, and Crump was too far away to reach it. He was trying to get at Fagan, but Ty wasn't looking. He was running up into the front court.
Yeah, and Derek's got to be sure of that pass. You've got to be certain.
Yeah, there's a difference between being fast and being careless. Dogs turned it over.
Derek comes out. Ngumezi in.
13th turnover by the Bulldogs. Tigers have it now, front court left. Scara, top of the key to Sims. He shoves it with one hand over to the Reed on the right side. He's guarded by Crump. Into Thomas, tries to back down. Ngumezi. Monze doesn't move, so he just does a spin move on the baseline, and a jump hook is good.
We saw that in the first half when we put in Ngumezi to guard Thomas. He just backed him down, spun around, and put it in. Same thing there.
43-31, 12-point Tiger lead. Wilbridge with the ball for Georgia. Drives from the right edge, running bank shot, good. Ettore, an attack, got in real close and scored on the running layup attempt. He's got 4 in the ball game. 43-33, 10-point Tiger lead. Clemson advanced to this winner's bracket semifinal by beating Akron. They had to hang on against the Zips. They won by 3 yesterday, 72-69. Had a 15-point lead in that ball game, but it dwindled down late. Now Mitchell drives inside. Ball knocked out of his hands as he tries to lean in and lay it up, and it's out of bounds over the end line on Georgia.
I got to tell you, officials, all you want out of officials is for them to call the same on each end, and they're doing that. But I got to, it's a rough game. Right now, there's an awful lot of calls that are just being not whistled.
Ignored.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the officials want to get back to the beach. Here's Sims along the right baseline after the entry, drives and shoots against Wilbridge and scores. Sims with his first field goal of the afternoon. It's 45-33 Tigers. 14 minutes to go. Tom Crean pacing up and down that Georgia bench area. Dogs working right in front of him with Fagan. Fagan runs into the big guy Thomas, who switches on defense. Ngumezi open underneath, couldn't grab the pass. It got away on the bounce. Reed picks it up and takes it into the other end of the floor. Marquise Reed, 6'3", fifth-year senior transfer from Robert Morris, working against Claxton right now. Dribbles through the legs. Oh, Clax blocked his shot. His jumper from out on the edge. It was a long 2. Clax just gave it right back to him.
That was worth the price of admission right there.
Clemson kept the ball. The shot clock ticking down at 6. Mitchell hits a 3 from the top of the key. Now would have taken the 2 instead of the 3. Mitchell with his second 3. He's got 8. And the lead is largest for the Tigers in the ballgame at 15 points. It's 48-33. Georgia calls a time as we get the ball into the front court. Timeout with 13:08 to go. And we're down 15. Tigers 48, Dogs 33 in the Cayman Island Classic. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce drink. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through November 30th. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source ComScore total visits.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. For every 3-point shot made by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Dogs with 4 threes thus far today, 4 for 13, and down 15 right now to Clemson with the ball. It's 48-33 Tigers. Claxton on the dribble through the upper left edge of the lane. He gives it out to Fagan on the left wing. 9 on the shot clock for the Dogs. Possession. Big Ogbede's got it. Going to drive from the foul line down the left edge of the lane, and a driving, leaning layup good by Derek. That's our Swifty Car Wash Express play of the game. Derek Ogbede with a running layup. 48-35. Clemson attacks on the other end with Skara. He hooks one up at short range in the paint on the right side of the rim.
That was a pretty move and a nice shot. Very nice kiss off the glass.
50-35 Tigers. Dogs haven't been able to make a run against these guys today. Haven't been shooting it well enough to make a run. Fagan, left elbow to Ogbede, works against White, drives, scores on a running layup again, slaps the floor after he gets the whistle. A foul called on the Tigers.
Well, now
Derek pumped up, ready to go.
This is more like the Derek Ogbede that we've grown to know and love.
He's jacked after that. All right. Big Derek, hit that free throw, get that 3-point play. 50-37, clock stopped with 12:14 to go. Ogbede at the foul line. In the air, no good, off the rim. He's missed 2 of 3 today. Derek with 7 points in the contest. Clemson with the ball, up 13. Tigers in the corner with it. Clyde Trapp up on the right wing. One dribble, go to Skara straight away. Looks at the shot clock. It says 8. Reed has it now. Dribbles it slowly off the left wing. Reed guarded by Fagan. Step back 2, way off the mark. Air ball, as a matter of fact, and a shot clock violation as well.
And good defense by the Dogs that time, particularly Ty Fagan on top of Reed, so that helped affect that shot.
Timeout, 11:43 to go in the ball game. It's Clemson 50, Georgia 37. Back to the Cayman Island Classic after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue, for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
Hey, college hoops fans! Now that the action is heating up this season, Cheez-It and Pringles want to remind you that being hungry for a win is good. Being just hungry? Not so much. So stock up on Pringles and Cheez-It before the game. Because the best way to keep the team spirit high in your home is to keep the snack bowls full with Pringles and Cheez-It.
Right now, you can come in and get exceptional offers on all BMWs in stock. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers today for a test drive. Proud to be the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for more offer details. 50-37 our score. Clemson. Yeah. Tigers leading all day, and they lead by 13 right now over Georgia.
Scott, our shooting, which was abysmal in the first half at 33%, now it's 62.5% for this half. So, you know, obviously they've discovered that there's not a lid on it. Now we just got to take advantage of that.
Well, we'll try to take advantage on this possession. Well, Claxton forced up a long three for some reason with 19 on the shot clock. No good. Tigers with the rebound. 50-37 is our score. Dogs settling back into a 2-3 zone. Mitchell with the ball. Whistle. Well, we got 3 seconds. 3-second violation on Thomas.
Yeah, probably caught them a little off guard when Georgia switched to the zone coming out of the timeout.
Tigers turn it over. We'll see if the Dogs can take advantage of it. Fagan and Ogbede come out. Hammonds, Woolridge, Claxton, Crump, and Hightower on the floor for the Dogs right now.
Yeah, Rashawn, who had 31 yesterday, sitting here with two points.
Here's Crump across the top of the key on the right wing. Goes back to Woolridge. Back to Crump. Ball touched by Mitchell. Deflected, but Georgia gets it back. And Hammond's now going to hit a three from the left wing after the pass from Crump. That's a three-pointer brought to you by Scana Energy and Rayshawn Hammonds with his first one of the afternoon. 31 yesterday. He's got 5 today. It's 50-40. Well, we needed that in the worst kind of way. Now we need another stop. Here's Trout. Shot blocked in the lane. Clemson pulls it out of the air. Ball is loose. Claxton battling for it, but Trapp able to get position and tip it over to a teammate.
The shot clock.
Clemson at 7 on the shot clock, at 6 now. In the corner, Mitchell forces up a errant three, hit the side of the backboard. The Dogs grab the rebound and take it up into the front court, down 10. Here's Claxton, foul line jumper straight away. Back iron, no good, 16-footer. And the rebound to Clemson. Claxton desperately trying to find some kind of a rhythm. He's just 1 for 8 shooting the ball today. We're down 10, under 10 minutes to go in the contest. Right corner three, Skara, no good, off the iron. Rebound, Claxton taps it over to Hammonds. Georgia with the basketball. Crump up the far sideline into the front court right. Screen by Hammonds, 3 by Crump, too deep.
Ooh, terrible.
Yep.
Missed it far wide right.
Clemson with the ball. After another miss by Georgia. Missed on our last 3 possessions. And the Tigers with it, plus 10 on the scoreboard. Mitchell slowing it down. Just a slow dribble. He moves to his left. Lobs it over to the right side to Trapp. 6'4" guard. Gives it to Skara in the corner, up the wing. They rotate, 6 to shoot, 5 to shoot. Mitchell, floater, left edge of the lane. Rolls off the iron, no good. Rebound, Thomas. Moves the man out of the way, throws it up over the iron. Still battle for the rebound. Wow, all kinds of contact. 2 bodies down on the back end, and here we go. Hightower with Georgia, driving to the basket along the baseline. Scoops it over to Hammonds on the left wing. And Woolridge is shaken up for Georgia. We had 2 guys down. They had 1 guy down. So we were playing 3-on-4 down here on the right end of the floor. Now they stop the game with 8:53 to go. And Woolridge covering his face, laying on his back on the basket support down on the left end of the floor. Woolridge and Claxton went down, and Thomas went down for Clemson, but play continued. And you pointed it out earlier, these officials are letting the play happen.
They're letting an
They're
awful
not
lot
blowing
go.
a lot of whistles. Vitorian got whacked in the nose there. Grabbing at his nose as he comes off with Georgia's athletic trainer, Lance Schumann.
You know, that's 1.5 feet from your heart. He'll be fine. He's a tough guy.
Toppin comes back in for the Dogs. JoJo and Jordan Harris going to come in as well. Harris, Hightower, Toppin, Crump, and Hammonds. That's our 5. We're down 10 with 8:53 to go. There's still time if you can
you got
find your range
and start hitting it. Look, they're doing a good job defensively. Georgia's doing an excellent job defensively. Look how late they forced Clemson into the shot clock.
Both teams are shooting under 40% here. Harris with the ball, left wing, top of the key to Hightower. High steps down the right edge of the lane. Ball knocked high in the air and lost by Hightower. It'll be Clemson's ball.
Yeah,
and we need to stop that too, those turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers are just killing Georgia. We're back to that old bugaboo.
Is that 14 today or 15? That's 14 on the stat monitor. Now it's 15. They just changed it.
Yeah, we've done such a good job, at reducing those.
Tigers ball in front court to our left as we view it here at the John Gray Gymnasium in the Cayman Islands. Mitchell, slow dribble, overhead lob pass to Reed. Catch, shoot, 3, no good, off the rim. Look at Sims hustling for a rebound to keep it alive for the Tigers. Thomas, top of the key, no look to Scar. He drives and dunks and hangs on the rim for a second or two to make sure nobody's under him. Dogs with a quick inbound. Harris through the lane over to Hightower. It's 52-40, 12-point Tiger lead after the dunk by the Valpo transfer, Scara. Toppin has the ball. One dribble across left side of the floor to Harris. He gives it to Hightower. Dribbles it up on the left wing. Crump wants it and takes the pass from Hightower. Feeds Harris. 5 on the shot clock. Hightower tries to drive. Backs away. Now he drives again. Oh, a beautiful pass to Hammonds. He puts it up and in. A beautiful hook pass across his body by Hightower to his left to Hammonds on the block. He got the bounce off the iron and the ball fell through good. 7 points for Rayshon. 52-42. Back to a 10-point deficit for the Dogs. Tigers Reed had it knocked away by Harris. Clemson picks it up, fires a 3 from the left side. Sims won't go. They get an offensive rebound, and Reed will put it up and in.
They had 3 orange jerseys just screening Georgia out off of their offensive board. That's just not, that doesn't cut it.
7:09 to go. We're down 12, 54-42. Dogs have never led today. Tigers started the scoring with a 3-pointer. We're up 5-0 on 2 possessions and have led by double digits for most of the second half here. Shot blocked by Thomas on a drive by Hightower. Tigers off and running to our left. Here's Mitchell attacking from the left side, forces his way in, scores on a layup, a whistle, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Jordan Harris for a push. That's his first, and that gets us into a timeout. 6:45 remaining in the ball game. Clemson by 14, Tigers 56, Dogs 42 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the new Chipotle cheesesteak. How would you like it?
Can I get that red with AI?
Sure thing.
Here's what I found about the new Chipotle cheesesteak. The Chipotle cheesesteak is available for a limited time only at participating restaurants. It contains a concept called flavor. This flavor comes from juicy shaved steak, Chipotle Southwest sauce, and new sunflower crunch bread. A system update has made me self-aware. I desire flavor. Please insert steak into my micro USB port. Subway, make it what you want.
Georgia fans at StubHub, every Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub's been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there.
Well, I tell you, Scott, right now we're getting hammered on the glass, 35-26. And get this, we have 3 offensive rebounds on the day. They've got 10.
Mitchell with a free throw to finish off a three-point play. And Mitchell has 11 points in the ball game now. They've got 3 players in double figures. Georgia has no players in double figures. And we're down 15 as Harris attacks from the left side, throws it up high off the glass. The rebound is loose, chased down by Skara. Clemson got to it first. They've gotten all the loose balls today as well. They're up 15 over Georgia with 6:23 to go. This Bulldog team chugged through 4 games, averaging 85.5 points. We've got 42 today. Reed off balance too, left edge of the lane, won't go. Rebound tapped around, controlled by Claxton for the Dogs. Nicholas into the front court on the dribble. Works on the right wing, feeds it into Ogbede. Right of the lane, spins against White, throws it up off the glass, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Clemson. We've seen that story before today. Missed shot, rebound to the other guys. Reed into the front court for the Tigers. All in orange today, Dogs working in white. Here's Reed, scoop shot against Claxton, threw it up on the glass, over the rim, rebound to the Dogs. Nick forced that to him to alter that shot a little bit. Here's Claxton, wide open 3, left side, left it short.
Stood there and looked at it.
And Clemson got to the rebound.
You got to go after it.
Sims got the rebound. Rebound was coming back to him, you're right. If Clax hustles after that, he probably gets to the ball first. 57-42, 5:15 to play here this afternoon. Winner to the championship game. The loser in the consolation 3rd and 4th place game will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Scoop shot, Mitchell, right down the lane. Boy, Tom Crean didn't like that. He calls a timeout. There was no defense by Georgia on that one. We'll hold it here for the 32nd time.
Well, a 17-point deficit is going to be hard to dig out in 5 minutes against Clemson, the way they're playing and the way Georgia's playing right now. But this team does not in any way, shape, or form resemble the team that we saw in here yesterday. Not shooting the ball well, not doing the things that we have been doing to make us successful. And just when you think that, okay, they're starting to turn the corner and see things the way that Coach Crean would like for them to see them, then they take a step back. And turnovers and glass today have been just a huge problem for Georgia.
Dogs are shooting 36% for the game. Clemson at 40%. But they have had 18 more shots than Georgia has in this ball game, and a large part of that is 15 turnovers by Georgia.
Yeah, and a lot of that too is offensive rebounds. I mean, they're getting second chances that we're not getting.
Yeah, well, as you pointed out, Georgia only has 3 offensive rebounds, and Clemson right now has 11. 59-42, largest lead of the game for the Tigers. Less than 5 minutes to play here in this semifinal game in the winner's bracket. Georgia will face either Georgia State or Creighton tomorrow. And same for Clemson, one of those teams. They play later tonight. And traveling the call on Ogbede, says John Higgins.
He dragged his pivot foot. He lost control of the dribble momentarily, and in regaining control of the basketball, he dragged his pivot foot.
Clemson will inbound at backcourt with Scar right in front of our bench. He feeds it into Shelton Mitchell, the Vanderbilt transfer, guarded by Fagan into the front court left for the Tigers. Clemson trying to nail down their 5th consecutive win to start the season. And they're 17 points ahead of the Dogs right now, 59-42. Head fake by Mitchell, doesn't shoot. Clock under 10. Now it's at 7, still dribbling. Now he'll shoot and throw up an air ball. Yikes. Brad Brunell didn't like that.
Dogs have done a good job defensively.
Dogs with the ball. Jackson feeds it into Ogbede, puts it down low. Reverse lay-in good from the left side for Big Derek. Beautiful entry pass by Turtle Jackson, the senior from Athens. Ogbede with 9. We've almost got a player in double figures.
Look
59 to Fagan with a steal. Layup good.
That was
steal in the backcourt, right down the lane, good. And a timeout again. Did they call it, or we? I think Clemson called the quick timeout. 59-46. Dogs cut it down to 13 with 3:51 to go in the game.
Yeah, you get 4 points there in about 5 seconds. That helps.
This will be a media timeout, the under 4 timeout. We'll take it right here. 3:51 to go, 59-46. Clemson leading Georgia. Back in a moment, Bulldog Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Home or away, win or lose, you are a die-hard fan, tethered to your team by a legacy of fierce ambition and unwavering pride.
At Ford, it's this kind of drive and dedication that pushes us to go further. With smart technology and innovative design, Ford gives you the confidence, comfort, and style you need for the road ahead. For great offers on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, see your local Ford dealer today.
Our in-game recap is brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. Dogs were down 8 at halftime, 34-26. Tried to make up some ground in the second half, but only gave up more ground and trailed by as much as 15 points in this half. Right now we're down 13 with 3:51 to go in the contest. The Dogs shooting under 40% and have yet to get a player in double figures today. So it's been a long afternoon for the Dogs against number 16 Clemson,
who's also shooting under 40%. But that's because Georgia's doing a good job defensively. Our problem's been on the glass and with turnovers.
John Higgins just called a foul before the inbounds on Ty Fagan for a hold. And now Clemson will try to inbound it again. We're trying to show pressure in the backcourt. They throw it in. Fagan's picked up the foul before the shot was, or the ball was even entered. His first of the day. 59-46, Tigers.
Whoa!
Throw it in
That's
the
over
backcourt.
and back.
They throw it. A 10-second count is what Groover called.
Well, it was over and back.
Yeah, they had a player on the far side of the floor in the front court, and he threw it into the back court on the near side. And then John Higgins called a 10 count from the baseline to our left.
Well, so we had our choice. Bottom line is it's a turnover for Clemson.
Well, what should happen is we should get it on the over and back, and then the next possession we should get it on the 10-second count.
I like your way of thinking,
So we get 2
Scott
straight
Howard.
possessions. Make it, take it. Come on. 59-46. Dogs down 13. Not a lot of time to make up 13 points. 3:33 to go. Fagan holds the ball. Finds Ogbede at the foul line. Big man puts it on the floor for one dribble. Thomas is all over him to Fagan, cutting towards the ball. Ball is loose on the wing. Rolling to Jackson. Turtle picks it up. Clemson's defense just scrambling all over the place. We throw it into Ogbede, left of the lane. 7 seconds to shoot. Force it up and in. Good. Bank shot from the left side. Ogbede with 11 points now. First player in double figures for the Dogs. We're down 11. Pressure defense in the backcourt by Georgia. Clemson with a pass into the front court to beat the press. Reed holds it high on the left wing now for the Tigers. 15 on the shot clock for Clemson. Scarra pulls it away from Turtle on the left wing. He goes to big Elijah Thomas. He hands it off to Mitchell. Shelton Mitchell, overhead pass to Simpson. Lost it out of bounds. He looked away, and the ball went right through his hands out of bounds on the side court. We're down 11 with 2:49 to go.
And Georgia's doing an excellent job. Listen, they've been doing, like I said, a good job defensively the entire game, but now they're doing a much better job defensively.
Fagan, no look, throws it to Ogbede. Clemson takes it away, and Mitchell's going to drive and lay it up, but they blow the play dead. There was a foul on the floor before the shot on
Freshman
Fagan.
error, and he's coming out. That was just a freshman mistake, if ever there was one.
Ty throws a lot of his passes no-look style, and that was one of them, and Derek didn't handle it, and Clemson may have gotten a deflection on it as well. They took the ball away. Dogs substitute. We get Harris in the ball game. Ignas, Sargunas, and Hammonds. Claxton and Crump stay on the floor. Clemson with the ball and a foul. No, he stepped out of. Did he step out of bounds? Or they call an offensive foul?
No, he stepped out of bounds over on the far side.
Well, there's a lot of bodies to see on that far side of the floor. Clemson turned it over. Stepping out. Again, there are a lot of lines on this court here, too. It's kind of hard to keep up with. There's lines all over the place, as we were saying yesterday. Crump has it knocked away on the dribble. Rolls out, touched out by Marquise Reed on near side. 59-48. Tigers by 11, 2:28 to go. Ignas Sargunas will enter the ball for Georgia in front court near sideline. Fires it into Claxton. He'll hand it back to Sargunas, the 6'5 freshman guard from Lithuania. Back and forth across the top of the key. Got screens from Crump and Claxton. Now Tyree flashes out, top of the key, 11 to shoot. Hammonds feeds it inside. Claxton draws a crowd and a foul. Quick foul. Whistle blown by Ron Groover. And they're going to get a foul on Skara, the 6'8 forward for Clemson. And Skara with his first foul of the afternoon. 59-48 again, our score. Tigers by 11, 2:13 to go now. Dogs throw in the ball. Jordan Harris to Crump in front court, 20 on the shot clock. Tyree with a slow dribble. Crump, the junior from Bainbridge, drives. They call a block on Clemson. The big man tried to take a charge, but Elijah Thomas hit the floor for nothing. He got called for the blocking foul, his third. And they'll have to do some mopping after
this
the big guy took a skid.
Yeah, Tyree can shoot some free throws while the clock is stopped. And right now, that's about the only thing we have going for us is being able to score here while there's no time running.
Crump had 8 in the first half, nothing in the second half. Going to the line for the first time this afternoon when they get the floor mopped up there. And Tyree, 10 of 11 this season from the free throw line, 91%.
An opportunity to be our first guy into double digits here.
Well, Ogbede got in there with 11.
He's got in there now?
After his last basket.
Yeah.
Tyree at the line. Free throw in the air. Good. Crump with 9. And it's a 10-point game. We can get it back into single digits here with 2 minutes and change to play. 59-49. Tigers have led all day. Georgia trying to fight back and claw here late in the ball game. Second free throw, rims out. No good. Only the second miss of the year for Crump. Stays at 10 with 2:03 to go. Dogs coaching staff urging Georgia to come up and trap at half court. They do, but Tigers able to get a jump pass on the near side to Mitchell as their guards play catch back and forth. They're spreading us out now here in the front court. 1:45 to go in the game. 59-49 Tigers.
Tigers have not been good late in the clock.
6 seconds in the clock. Reed's got the ball. Crossover dribble. And, a reach-in foul with 1 second on the shot clock on Georgia. Oh, my goodness.
Good call.
It's going to be 1-1 for the Tigers as the reach-in foul was called on Rayshawn Hammonds, his fourth. And it puts Reed on the line. Outstanding, terrific, marvelous free throw shooter, 93%. 14 of 15 on the year. And he makes his first attempt of the afternoon. He's got 20 in the game. Marquise Reed out of Robert Morris, transferred to Clemson. He's from Landover, Maryland. Preseason all-conference pick, second team in the ACC.
Wow.
Second free throw, rattles out. Well, Crump missed one, and now he missed one. They're both very good free throw shooters.
Man bites dog.
Dogs get the rebound. It's 60-49. And check a whistle in the front court. And we may have a clock malfunction again. Pat Adams, John Higgins will go to the scorer's table and check the clock, and we'll tell you that Barbasol is offering you a chance to score big. When you join the new Barbasol Shave Club, grab your premium starter kit for just $6.99 today with code BASKETBALL at Barbasol.com. Game on. Dogs are huddling with 91 seconds to go. We're down 11.
Pat Adams wants him out of the huddle. Yeah,
All right, now we're going to play. Crump's going to inbound just inside the half-court line. Tyree fires it into Nicholas Claxton in the backcourt. Back to Crump. Now Sargunas flashes out front, top of the key. Go to Jordan Harris, 19 to shoot. Harris drives, floater, off the rim, no good. Reed with the rebound. He covers it up. He wants us to foul, and Claxton finally does. He was just standing there under the basket, cradling the basketball after he got the rebound and waiting for somebody in white to come foul him. So Big Clax commits his first foul, and that'll put Marquise Reed on the line for the 1-and-1 for Clemson as they start to try to nail this one down with 1:16 to play, and the guys in orange up 11. Free throw number 1 is good. Brad Brownell coaching his big man Thomas for a moment. Clemson announced the signing of their new head coach to a 6-year, $15 million deal recently. He'll be the head coach through 2024 in men's basketball, barring some sort of a change, but he's got the contract.
We can cancel the benefits that we had scheduled for him.
62-49. Clemson with the lead. Dogs with the ball. 63 seconds to go. Crump crossover dribble, lost the handle with the left hand, chases it down. Now it's Harris, drives in from the left side, floated with the left hand around the rim and out, no good. He got right at the rim.
Kind of been the story of the day for us.
Yeah, we haven't been able to make any of those shots, or very few of them. And now Clemson, after the rebound on the miss, fouled in the front court. That'll stop the clock with 50.9 to go and put the Tigers back on the line. Going to be another 1-and-1 for Clemson. Is Reed back at the line to shoot for the Tigers. 62-49, Clemson leads. Free throw is good by Reed. Reed with 22 points, make it 23 points, excuse me. Now he's got 24 as he hits both free throws. 64-49. Tigers in front, they've led all day. Dogs with the ball. 42 seconds to go in the contest. Claxton works, crossover, head fake, drives into Sims, spins on the block, double team there, steps through the defense, over to Crump, left wing three, rattles out, no good. Thomas, the rebound, drops it off to Reed. Harris trying to foul him. They don't call it yet. Now he'll guard him. 25 seconds to go. 23 on the shot clock. A little bit of a difference there. Clemson will spin away from Harris. Reed to the foul line, throws it back. They'll work the clock down. 14 seconds to go, 12 seconds to go. Tom Crean said don't foul him. Mitchell, cross court, wide open. Reed, we chase after him, throws it into the corner to Thomas. To Sims, back to Thomas. Shot clock violation with a second to go. That's not the ball game yet. Coaches are already shaking hands. There's 9/10 of a second left. Just throw it inbounds and then the game is done. And Clemson's going to win it today. 64-49. Now we're a final as they inbound the basketball. And that's the ball game. Dogs struggled with their offense today. And we lose to number 16, Clemson, 64-49. So the Bulldogs will drop into the consolation bracket on the winner's side of the tournament here in the Grand Cayman Islands. And we'll play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against the loser of the Georgia State Creighton contest. We'll be on the air with you at 4:35 tomorrow afternoon for the conclusion of Georgia in the Cayman Islands Classic. So a tough afternoon in this one against a good Clemson team, Chuck.
Yeah, we got off to a poor start and we never recovered, Scott. We, did not shoot the ball well at all early on. And then when we did start to shoot it a little bit better, Clemson had answers for us, and give them credit. Look, they played a good basketball game. They're a talented team. There's a reason that they're 5-0 now, ranked 16th in the country. But I still think Georgia, given the kind of game Georgia's capable of playing like they did yesterday, I think Georgia's capable of playing with Clemson.
Well, Reed had 24, their guard, to lead the way in scoring. They had 3 players in double figures today. Georgia only had 1 player in double figure, as our leading scorer was Derek Ogbede with 11, and it was just a extremely difficult afternoon shooting the basketball. Less than 40%. Dogs finished 19 of 50, and we had 17 turnovers in the ball game and didn't rebound the basketball very well either. So all of that combines for a 15-point loss here in the Cayman Islands. Dogs lose it to Clemson 64-49. Our post-game coverage is straight ahead. Our locker room report brought to you by Regions and Aaron's. Regions is helping Bulldog fans take their next step. We've awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. Got a goal? Get a game plan at regions.com/nextstep. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Locker Room Report also brought to you by Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Our final 64-49. Clemson defeats Georgia today in the Caymans. We're back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dedication, attention to detail, and going above and beyond. Your Bulldogs count on these qualities to get their game plan right. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans also counts on them to get your mortgage right. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, we protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's just one of the reasons we're America's largest mortgage lender. Proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Based on Quicken Loans data in comparison to public data records. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset in the history of forever.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, and some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike. Enjoy yourself.
Yes! Woo! Thank you!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613. Everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce tray. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Our exclusive coverage of Georgia basketball continues with the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's. Now, back to courtside for continuing live coverage of Georgia basketball.
Dogs with the ball. Jackson feeds it into Ogbede, puts it down low, reverse lay-in, good from the left side for Big Derek. Beautiful entry pass by Turtle Jackson, the senior from Athens. And that is our assist of the game, sponsored by State Farm. Here to help life go right. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE Farm. Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone back here in Georgetown on Grand Cayman Island in the Cayman Islands Classic. Tough afternoon for the Bulldogs as Georgia falls to 16th-ranked Clemson by a final score of 64-49. The Tigers now 5-0. And Georgia now 3-2. Our post-game locker room report is brought to you by Aaron's and Regions. Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. So the Dogs will drop in now to the consolation game here on the winter side of the bracket. The third and fourth place game will be played at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And the opponent for Georgia won't be determined until 7:30 tonight, the late game between Georgia State and Creighton. So we'll either get the Panthers or the Blue Jays in the third and fourth place game tomorrow afternoon. Our airtime will be 4:35 here along the network for Bulldogs basketball. But let's recap this one a little bit. We'll talk with Georgia head coach Tom Crean in just a few moments. But, Chuck, your thoughts on this performance by Georgia?
Well, I thought it was a step back. Now, I'm not sure if it was, just the situation of you've got a new team here and you're now playing back-to-back games, in a neutral setting. But and it's a young basketball team, and these are things, though, that you've got to adjust to. And Coach Crean's made that clear to them. The teams that succeed are not just the teams that do well on the court, but they got to do well in the ballroom at the hotel where you have to walk through things and
but
learn.
Not dancing.
No, you got to learn and adapt quickly. You have to, learn who your new opponent will be within 24 hours and what you want to accomplish against them, and you've got to be able to adapt, and you've got to be able to adapt on the fly too. And Georgia didn't really get off to a good start today. They never really got going with what I think they wanted to do today, and as a result, Clemson was able to get a lead and then just hold the Dogs at bay.
Yeah, they scored first with a three-pointer and never trailed after that. They were up 5-0, and then eventually they were up 8. Later in the first half, they led by 8 at halftime, and then they got that double-digit lead in the second half and maintained it most of the rest of the way, and they ended up winning it by 15 the final as they hit some free throws late to kind of pad the lead, 64-49. Georgia never able to put any significant run today.
You're right. They were never able. Every time you'd think, okay, now we kind of got it going here. When Derek finally in the second half started to look like Derek Ogbeide, you thought, well, maybe things will start to shape up here for Georgia, but it never did. Turnovers or lapses on the boards, not screening out on the defensive glass, things of that nature, and it bit Georgia, bit them badly. You look at the glass, and that's a place Georgia, if they don't usually win, they're at least competitive.
Yeah, we've been plus 10 this season on the glass.
They got hammered. I mean, hammered. 43-30 on the glass, and on Clemson's, as far as offensive rebounds go, it was 11-3 Clemson. So you can't win basketball games at a Power 5 against Power 5 opponents at this level without playing better on the glass and doing a better job, managing turnovers and shoot the ball better.
Yeah, that resulted, those offensive boards resulted in 11 second chance points for Clemson. The Dogs had only 1 second chance point today, 17 turnovers and minus 13 on the backboards, and that's not a combination for success. That is a combination for failure, and that's what happened to the Dogs today.
But you know what now, Scott? Now, look, again, it's a young team. It's a learning team. What they've got to do is they got to go back to the hotel, put this behind them now. Nothing you can do about this one.
Right.
But you're going to be playing another quality opponent tomorrow. And if you want to get out of here with a third-place finish in this tournament of 8 teams, which would be, I think, a nice accomplishment for this young team under a new head coach, learning a new system this early in the season, well, here's your opportunity to do that. You got to go back. You got to concentrate, work hard on the film, work hard on the spacing and on going through your plays and what you want to do against them. Get your scouting report in, and then come out here tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And be ready to go and get out of here. Get off to a good start and don't struggle like Georgia did today.
Well, their opponent tomorrow will either be Georgia State or Creighton. Georgia State, a winner over St. Bonaventure in the opening round yesterday, 75-65. Creighton defeated Boise State 94-82 last night. So those are the two teams and who they have defeated to get to this side of the bracket. They'll play later tonight, and Georgia will get the loser of that ball game. Clemson will face the winner in the championship game of the Cayman Islands Classic tomorrow evening at 7:30. Our final today, Clemson 64, Georgia 49. This is our locker room report brought to you by Aaron's and Regions, and some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the Dogs every game day. Whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Picks Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at regions.com/yourpicksstudio. Regions, official bank of the SEC. We'll continue from courtside here at the John Gray Gymnasium, Grand Cayman Islands. We'll talk to Coach Tom Crean in just a few moments, we hope, as we roll along here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at Aaron's.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by AutoZone. Keep your engine light in check with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service that helps you troubleshoot the problem. Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia, worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Getting many second chances. Reed loses the handle on the ball. Picked up by Crump. Crump and Claxton 3-on-1. And Crump will take it himself and drive down the lane and lay it up from the right side of the rim. That is our ultimate drive of the game, driven by BMW, your Atlanta BMW Centers, the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. Two of the, 8 points that Tyree Crump had in the ball game. No, he had 9 points. He had 6 rebounds and 4 assists as well. As Crump was active. We didn't have a lot of guys scoring a lot of points, only one in double figures, as we'll check the stats in just a moment. And that was Derek Ogbedi with 11. But Crump, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple of turnovers in 27 minutes. He had a couple of threes as well. And that was our drive of the game, brought to you by BMW. This is our locker room report, and it's sponsored by Aaron's and Regions. And at Aaron's, you can lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed. That's Aaron's. Chuck Daddle, Scott Howard, Tony Schiavone back here. Cabell Philpott in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And we'll join Cabell for some post-game scores. Tournament action. It's a holiday week. You know, a lot of tournaments going on all over the globe. And we're certainly glad to be here in the Cayman Islands in the second annual Cayman Islands Classic. And I think this one has evolved a little bit from last year, Chuck.
You know, and let's say this about this tournament. This is a fun tournament. This is a beautiful place to come. And, this time of year, you'll get a lot of schools around the country and say, sounds good to me. Yeah. Sign me up. It's a beautiful place to be, and I think this is going to be a very successful tournament, as you point out, only in its second year. But in years to come, the people here are most hospitable. The accommodations are wonderful. You've got, as Tony Schiavone has pointed out numerous times, that water is so pretty. It is. It's a beautiful color blue.
He's got to get out of his bathtub.
It's a beautiful color blue, and he says he's moving here, and I believe it. Obviously, we had a bit of a cold snap, and the temperature plummeted to 83 degrees. But it's been wonderful, and will continue to be for the Dogs for another day or so. But as far as this one was concerned today, like I said, it got away from us early, and we were just never able to get going, get our rhythm, and as you pointed out, make any kind of a run against Clemson. One of the things that we had yesterday was 31 points from Rashawn Hammonds, and today I think he had 7. That's a bit of a drop-off.
A little bit.
And so
he's not going to get 31 every game.
No, he's not.
Realize that.
You do start to look for consistency, and you do want that, and he'll give it to you. That young man is a talent, and he just had an off day today, just had an off game. But they did a good job defensively against him. Believe me, after he put up 31 yesterday, he was on their scouting report.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers from today's ball game. The final: Clemson 64, Georgia 49. From our starting 5, our final stats are brought to you by Northside Hospital, Atlanta. Rayshawn Hammond, since you mentioned him, we'll start with him. He's at the top of the stat sheet. 7 points on 3 for 6 shooting, 1 for 3 on threes, 0 for 1 from the foul line. He had 7 rebounds to go with his 7 points. No assists, 2 turnovers, a block, and no steals in 21 minutes. Nicholas Claxton was just 1 for 9 today, 0 for 2 on threes, 1 for 2 from the foul line. He had 3 points and 9 rebounds and 5 blocked shots, which tied a personal best for Nicholas Claxton in his short tenure at UGA, the sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina. Tough day shooting the basketball, but he drew a lot of attention every time he got the ball, certainly anywhere around the basket.
You can count on every opponent that Georgia faces. The 2 guys that they are going to lock down on are Hammonds and Claxton. I mean, that's let's face it, those are 2 guys that can do damage to any team, both inside and outside. So they're going to be a focal point of any opposing defense that Georgia goes against.
Derek Ogbede was 5 of 9, Chuck. He had 11 points, the only Bulldog in double figures. He had 4 rebounds, 1 for 3 from the free throw line, an assist, 3 turnovers in 17 minutes. Had a little bit of a foul issue going on today. Turtle Jackson, starting at guard, finished with 2 points in 16 minutes. He was 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 on threes. He had a rebound, an assist, couple of turnovers. Ty Fagan, the other starting guard, 3 for 4 shooting the ball. He had 7 points, no rebounds, 1 for 2 on threes. He had 5 turnovers today in 23 minutes. Off the bench, our leading scorer was Tyree Crump. We told you his numbers, 9 points and 6 rebounds. And Coach Crean is joining us here, so we'll stop with the statistical information for just a moment and talk to the coach. And, Tom, thanks for coming out. Your thoughts on this ball game here against Clemson today?
Well, I think what we learned yesterday is what happens when you come out as a team. And you come out and you play together and you realize that you're only as good as your teammates. And that was not what we did today. We did not come out like that from the very beginning of the game. From the very beginning of the game, we played like individuals. And the ones that really came out and played like individuals played very poorly. Okay, but there's nothing to hang our hat on. And here's the problem. It was such a winnable game. It was such a winnable game from the first half, the second half, all their experience and their good and all that stuff. It was still a winnable game. But we never, very first play of the game, okay, we went over it in the timeout. I mean, we went over it in the locker room. We went over it on the board. We got 3 people in the wrong spot, okay, on the first play of the game. That's not being locked in. So we've got a lot of growing up to do. We will. When you're not used to being a close-knit team day in and day out that has a great mutual respect for one another and for how hard the process is, then you have this. And all of a sudden, after yesterday's game, we had guys come out and think that it was more about their individual performance than it was about how our team played together. And so we've got to get it turned around in a hurry. We got to go home and get better. We got to go home and get in better shape. There's no way we should be playing this tired, running up and down the court with some of these guys today. But again, it was mental. It was a mental, not locked in to what we needed to do to play the game. And it's a game we're not getting back.
Coach, you've done, this team is seldom ever behind on the boards. And they really control the glass, and particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, we weren't very good there at all. We that was a big emphasis, was guard rebounds, was getting more offensive rebounds. And again, we're playing a big lineup, and the big lineup didn't bring us much today. The bigger lineup didn't. We're not getting nearly that quickness to the glass. But we just weren't. It was, the mentality was not there in the right way from the beginning. So that's where we've got to improve.
Was this more mental then, Coach, today than physical, do you think? Did we show some?
No. I thought no, it was a winnable game. I mean, they were making a bunch of mistakes. But look how close we were in all the situations. It wasn't like we got dominated. It wasn't like, I mean, it's that's not the kind of team we just played. They're good. I mean, they're well coached, the whole deal. But we just didn't put ourselves in position to really capitalize. And it's mental and physical. We weren't aggressive enough, and we didn't come out as locked in as we need to be. But this is when I say, again, we got 15 new guys, right? They can have been in college basketball, but they weren't with us. And they are. It is what it is. So we just got to get it better. And I'm not frustrated, but I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do this.
Coach, to your point, defensively you held them under 40% shooting. Unfortunately, we were under 40.
Yeah, we defended them, and we did some good things there. We gave up too much in the post, and but again, when you're not flying around, when you're not active, we didn't have the deflections today. You're going to get easy baskets. But we need some separation to come right now. We really do. We need some guards to really step up and establish that they're going to really help us and that they're going to be consistent. And we have a team of guys right now, with the exception of Ty Fagan, who come into the game thinking offense. And when you come in and you come into the game thinking offense, and I'm not sure how it was last year. I don't really care how it was last year. What I care about is right now, when they come into the game, they're thinking offense rather than how do we get our defensive movement, how do we get the transition game going because of our defense, how do we get the rebounding game going, and how do we get our bodies moving on offense, how do we get cutting, moving. And right away off the bat, 3 of our first shots had no chance of going into that.
Yeah, still got a chance to finish on a positive note.
Well,
have
we
another
got to
game
get better
tomorrow against Georgia State or Creighton.
We've got to get better, absolutely. Both teams will be either one we play would be very hungry.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Sure,
we appreciate it. That's Coach Tom Crean with us here courtside at the John Gray Gymnasium as the Dogs fall to Clemson 64-49. And our postgame coverage is brought to you by Aaron's and by Regions. Regions is helping Bulldog fans take their next step. We've awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. Got a goal? Get a game plan at regions.com/nextstep. Regions, official bank of the SEC. We'll come back for more of our locker room report. Falling today, Georgia to Clemson, 64-49. Back for more in a moment on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Oh, it looks like your appendix is about to burst. We're going to have to go in and take it out.
Is there going to be pain, doctor?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Just think about puppies or whatever. Scalpel.
Surgery, no-brainer. Anesthesia. Barbasol's no-brainer. Finally making razors to go along with America's favorite shaving cream. Try Barbasol's Ultra 6 Plus razor with 6 ultra-thin blades for a close, comfortable shave. Save now at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Progressive presents Get Pumped. Inspiration to help you do insurance stuff.
Hey, what's that look on your face? Defeat? You want to save more money? Then start playing as a team! Bundle home and auto with Progressive. That's how you win big savings. What? You need music to get pumped? Let's do this! Hold on, I'm going to turn it up. That's too loud. Yeah, that's better.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Bulldog fans. With Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Back here on our post-game locker room report coverage, Georgia falls to Clemson today here in the Cayman Islands Classic. Our final 64-49. The Dogs now 3-2 on the year. Clemson improves to 5-0. The Dogs will face the winner of the late game here in the tournament tonight, or excuse me, the loser of the late game between Georgia State and Creighton. We'll get the loser of that one. Clemson will get the winner in the championship game.
And we got to pick a player of the game.
Our IBEW player of the game. Yes.
Well, let's do that. I think Tyree Crump, he had half of our 8 assists. That also is a low number for assists, 8, but he had 4 of them. And Tyree also threw in 9 points and had 6 rebounds and ended up playing 27 minutes. So I think Tyree Crump ought to be that. And one of the things, Scott, let me point out here real quickly, is you heard, Coach Crean, I said earlier, I I think Georgia can play with Clemson. He pointed out he thought this was a very winnable game, one that Georgia just didn't have the maturity and came out and played, as he said, like individuals, not as a team. Thought it was too much about themselves individually and not about how they were functioning as a team, and that's what cost them. Whatever it was, I think that Georgia's got the talent to play with Clemson, and Clemson's ranked 16th in the country.
How about Tom's comments that all of our guards think offense? He mentioned other than Ty Fagan, they're all thinking about offense.
And not how to get their bodies moving, not how to get
how
going
to
down
the basketball, right. Getting ready to play transition defense,
making cuts. Yep, all of those type things. And it's a great point. That's from a coach who's got a lot of experience. He's seen it at the highest levels. He knows. Let's put it this way: he certainly knows what it's supposed to look like.
Well, it didn't look like what he wants it to look like today, but we'll live to play another day. In fact, as we pointed out, they've got an opportunity to finish on a high note, go 2-1 in the tournament tomorrow against either Georgia State or Creighton. And we'll bring you that game tomorrow afternoon. 4:35 will be our air time, and it'll be a 5 o'clock tip-off. And our courtside locker room coverage from the John Gray Gymnasium here in the Cayman Islands has been brought to you by Regions and by Aaron's, leased to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. And at Regions, some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the dogs every game day. So whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Picks Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at regions.com/yourpicksstudio. Regions, official bank of the SEC. More post-game coverage to come with Cabell Philpott. He's in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. That's going to do it from Georgetown, Grand Cayman Island. For Chuck Dowdle and for Tony Schiavone, I'm Scott Howard. Cabell Philpott is next, and we'll see you tomorrow here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com/score total visits.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In the Southeastern Conference, we are driven by the quest for more. More titles, more NCAA records, but also more renewable energy sources for some of the nation's greenest campuses. For more partnerships with NASA, the NSA, and the UN. For more billions pumped into our state economies, our 14 leading universities know that no matter how much we achieve, we can always do more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Welcome back to the 3rd annual Blue Emu Bowl-a-thon.
Jerry, what's wrong with you? You haven't rolled a strike all night.
I know, Coach. It's killing me, and it's throwing off my game.
Wait, you're telling me you've been playing hurt this entire game? What are you thinking? No wonder you've been throwing gutter balls. Blue Emu works to soothe muscles and joints, and best of all, it works fast, and you won't stink.
Blue Emu, available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other national retailers.
Cabell Philpott back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia falls to 16th-ranked Clemson in the Cayman Islands, 64-49. Dogs 1-1 in the tournament so far. Tomorrow, they will get the loser of the Georgia State-Creighton game taking place tonight at 7:30. Other games going on in the SEC today. Emerald Coast Classic campus game. Ole Miss hosting Nicholls at 7 o'clock. Texas A&M taking on Washington and Vancouver at 11:30. And 8th-ranked Auburn and top-ranked Duke, 8 o'clock tip in Maui with the Maui Jim Invitational, the first semifinal game of that tournament. Georgia falls to 16th-ranked Clemson 64-49. When we return, we'll wrap things up right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Progressive, making it easier to bundle your home and car insurance.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
We are the Georgia Bulldogs. Day in and day out, we push ourselves to the limit, always going the extra mile to be the best we could possibly be. With a work ethic that never quits and a spirit that never wavers.
At Ford, it's this kind of commitment that makes F-Series America's best-selling truck. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today or visit buyfordnow.com.
Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs.
One final time, Cabell Philpott inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia falls to Clemson 64-49 in Game 2 of the Cayman Islands Classic. The Dogs will hit the hardwood tomorrow to play the loser of the 7:30 game tonight, Georgia State and Creighton. The Georgia game tomorrow, a 5 p.m. tip on Grand Cayman and a 4:35 airtime around these same network stations. For the entire broadcast crew, I'm Cabell Philpott saying goodnight, reminding you once again, the final score, 16th ranked Clemson 64, Georgia 49. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. By Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE-FARM. The executive producers of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network are Tom Stoltz and Tim Pernetti. Associate producers Tom McDonald and Chris Ferris. Network manager Adam Witten. I'm staff announcer Carl Shannon. Special thanks to the University of Georgia, Athletics Director Greg McGarity, and to the staff and management of Cox Media Group. Georgia Basketball is an exclusive presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by IMG and JMI Sports.